Greetings to everyone. This is the Break Room 411, your gracious host, Tiff the Gift. I am having a special guest on this show tonight, Miss Felicia Barnes. We're going to get into a little bit of her story on a particular situation. Thank you all for tuning in. This will not begin for another 5 minutes. I am just queuing up the live, getting the live ready, and giving some folks time that would like to be here to get here. And so I'm queuing it up just a few minutes early. I see we got some folks that's not on CP time. Shout out to my baby girl, Shelly Shell is in the building. We have Aries Black, another one of my baby girls in the building. Rashida, another one of my baby girls in the building. Pull up, pull up. Welcome in, family. Miss Alicia is in the building. Welcome in. My baby Miss Annette in the building. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. If y'all would just give me 1 second, getting my L roll, getting my shit together, like now I'm saying, before I kick into my professional mode. Welcome, son of man, Khadifi. Welcome in, sweetie. Well, I don't want to call you sweetie because I do believe you are a male. So welcome in, King. I looked at the name before I looked at the picture, and I guess the name alone should have told me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Welcome in all the queens and kings. Give me 1 second to grab my purse, please. If the mods will hold the chat down, welcome people in as they come. I'll be right back and grab my purse. Not still hung over from that Don Julio. I like Don Julio. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. For those of y'all who don't know, today we will be having a interview with Miss Felicia. This is something that I have been planning to do, y'all, for quite some time. But I was, I will not lie, I got heavily distracted for one reason or the other. So I did not want to miss this opportunity. I didn't want to miss this opportunity. So I would love to have her in today. Absolutely. If y'all can make sure to hit that like button on your way in or on your way out, I greatly appreciate it. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Gotta make sure I got me a lighter. Me and my lighter. Go back like babies and pacifiers. Oh, ah, Alicia, I love it that you love it here, baby. Alright, y'all, hold on. I'm gonna need my big lighter. I don't want to use this see-through shit. Oh, and y'all, I will have to start this interview. And I'm outside in my car because I'm waiting on somebody to pull up. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Pardon my nephews. If y'all hear my nephews, they on live too. They on they live too. Hold on. All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm back like I never left. Oh, let me get that. Let me get that out, y'all. Ear. Miss Josephine, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Okay. As I was saying, I've been wanting to do this for a while, only because this particular subject has played a role in our society and our communities. I kind of wanted to take a deeper look into it. Um, Not necessarily to shine a bad light on it and not to shine a good light on it, but to shine the light that needs to be shined on it. So, we gonna bring the real, the raw. Hey, Octavia, welcome in, baby. Welcome in. Shout out, shout out. And may I again welcome in my newest mod, Aries Black, to the team. She always been in the family, but now she part of the mod squad. Shout out to Aries Black. Straight like that. Straight like that right there. Get this gum out my mouth because there is no worse interviewer than one that's chewing gum. I'm gonna go ahead too and drop this link in the chat. Let's see here. Mom of three is in the building. Shout out! I'm super excited, y'all. I'm super excited. Just super excited. I hope we bring you the raw and the real tonight. I hope we learn something new tonight. I know that we will. Also, okay, Shelly Shell, baby. Welcome in, Miss Sasha. Welcome in. Another thing I do want to point out is what we'll be covering tonight. Miss Felicia has touched on this story on her own channel. Okay, on her own channel. But I asked her a while ago if she wouldn't mind coming and sharing her story over here in the 411. So as soon as I'm waiting patiently, LOL. What's the topic? What's the topic, girl? You gotta stick here and stick with me. You gotta stick here and stick with me now, girl. Now, girl. Let's see here. Now, Miss Felicia. Now you gotta stick with me now, girl. Oh snap! I'm waiting on my guest now. Now, Fee, your ass better not be somewhere night night. Fee, your ass better not be somewhere night night. Now I ain't never been ghosted on YouTube, and you better not start today. There she go. There go my girl. What's happening? Miss Felicia's in the building. Man, when you know your team won't let you down, man, your team will not let you down. Shout out! And my bestie Lolo done pulled up, even though she said she gonna be asleep. Now that's love. I love you, Lolo. Straight like that. Straight like that. And Miss Fee, you can go ahead and grab that link whenever you ready. I dropped it in the chat, baby. Let's go, let's go. My guest star is here. I am super excited, y'all, to get into this. Get into it. Yes, I love each and every one of y'all for being here. Hold on one second.
Can y'all hear me? Hey, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can.
We can you hear me, Miss Fee?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. I did something wrong.
I can hear you. That was my fault.
Yeah, I can hear you. Wait a minute. I think I'm in. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I think I'm on too much. Hold on. 40. I think I got too many things open up. Hold on. I do. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay. Let me see what it do. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I
Say
think.
something.
Okay, my it ain't rubbing off like it ain't doing. Am I good?
You seem like you are fine to me. Y'all let me know if you can hear the beautiful Miss Felicia Barnes. Let me know in the chat. I hear her fine, but let me know if y'all hear her fine.
I gotta go. Let me go out.
Okay, Pookie. Shout out to Hill with Tree is in the building. My baby girl Treasure is back in the building. Girls, get your butt in the house. You is not grown. Go in the house.
Okay, how we sound now, y'all?
Sounds perfect to me.
You good? All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. What's going on, y'all?
Everybody can hear us good, I do believe. I would like to first and foremost welcome in this beautiful young lady who has become more than just a content creator I know around these streets. She has become that of, I can call a friend. Welcome in Miss Felicia Barnes, my sister from another Mister, and all that there. Welcome in. This is such an honor and a pleasure. For real, for real. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Thank you for having me.
It is my pleasure. Shout out to the fourth horseman that just joined us. Shout out to Raw Truth and Uncut that just joined us. Welcome Jazz that joined us. Come through, come through. If y'all don't mind, before we get started, can the chat show this our lovely, lovely guest and family some love down there in the chat? Can I get some hearts? Can I get some shout outs? Can I get something down there in the chat? Get us up here motivated. Come through on a Sunday.
Come through
Now
on a
come
Sunday.
through on a Sunday.
That's
Let
right.
me let me let me see some motion down there in the chat. Let me get some hearts. Let us welcome in our guest tonight. That's
That's
what I'm
right.
talking about. Drop them hearts in the chat. Let's get this party started right. Drop them for her. Drop them for me. Drop them for you. Shoo, let's go. There they go. Come through with them hearts. Come through. Come through with them emojis for Miss Felicia Barnes. Straight like that. She ain't no stranger to the 411.
I can't hear you now, Tiff. What happened to Tiff, y'all?
Was
Tiff,
you
you done.
saying something, Miss Fee?
Yeah, you went out. I couldn't hear nothing you said.
You couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear you either. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Maybe I should be still. I got real, real hype. I got real, real hype when I got to talking about you now. Uh, thank y'all so much for the hearts and the love in the chat for Miss Felicia Barnes. She is no stranger to the 411. She is family over here, and I'm so grateful to have her in the building, y'all. We gonna get this party started. Real quick, real quick. I had some people in the comments ask, what are we here to discuss? Let me tell y'all, thank you, Jazz. Jazz said we came through with the intro. um, for those of you, y'all know how I do my interviews. Whoever I'm interviewing really don't know what I'm going. That you'll know the subject, but they don't really know the questions, and they should trust me. I know Miss Felicia trusts me the same way Open Book trusted me with my questions, and know they're in a very safe place here with the 411. So she has no preparations for the questions I'm going to ask her. And I'm very grateful that she's here to answer and give us some insight on some things. We're going to have a grown folk conversation over here tonight. God is good, and thank y'all for being in the building with the 411 and Miss Felicia Barnes.
All right,
So
now.
let us get into it. Before I go any further, I do want to put her cash app up along with mine in case anybody is feeling generous or feeling like they want to be a blessing. Thank you, Fourth Horseman, for that super. I'm a Miss Fee. What's your I did know yours by heart.
$ Felicia Barnes 49.
49.
Hey,
Okay.
Dreamy Girl, Mama 3, Raw True. Hey, everybody in the chat, the fourth horseman. Hey, you guys, Aries Black, Shelly Shell. What's going on, y'all? Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Lolo, I thou first. Jazz. Hey, y'all.
It's
Rashida.
Felicia Barnes 49, right?
Yep. Treasure.
Okay.
Let me see who all we got up in here. Thank y'all for being here. Yes, Tiff
Thank
asked.
y'all for being a friend. All right, y'all. I'm just getting these cash apps up here. Just in the case, you never know who might want to bless the queens up here on the panel. I'm going to pin that right there. All right. We're going to get this show started, y'all. Again, thank you to everybody that's pulling up. I found first just pulled up in the building. Dreamy Girl pulled up in the building. Shout out. Thank you again. Hold up. You're hold up. Fourth horseman. See, reading is fundamental. Let me read this super that you sent. Fourth horseman sent a super and said, politely, your guest marital status, asking for a friend.
I can't hear you, Tiff, if you talking.
I think Fee froze.
That's you. That's you. Thank you,
Fee, can
Robert.
you hear me? Can you
I
hear
can
me,
hear you.
Fee?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Did you answer the question for this for Mr. Fourth Horseman?
I did not answer that question. I, can't- I did not answer that question because I cannot answer that question.
Gotcha. And there you have it, Fourth Horseman. We will not answer that question because we cannot at this time. But she does. We both appreciate you asking. None the same. Oh my goodness. Um, Shout out to everybody. We're gonna go ahead and get this started. I'm trying to make sure that we got good audio. Fee, say something for me real quick.
It's up and it's stuck, baby.
There you go. All right, I hear Miss Fee fine. Okay, you guys, we about to get started right now. I have prepared some questions for Miss Felicia Barnes, and we're gonna get started on my first one, which is my nephew's so funny. Miss Felicia Barnes, you have over the time of us knowing you, you have been very candid and very open about the surgery that you had, and may I say it was definitely not a botched one. Amen.
Okay, amen.
You look wonderful. So the wonderful thing about this story, y'all, is that I'm pleased to know that no matter what how it started or the process of any of that, we see with our own eyes that it was a successful story. So that's one thing I want to shine light on, is that even though we're going to get into some things, we already see the results, and the results is resulting. You understand? So I'm gonna just sit that right there. Um, let's see. Hey, sweetie P, welcome in, welcome in. My first question to Miss Fee is this. Miss Fee, before you had sir, first of all, I would like to know, why did you decide to have surgeries? And could you tell us what surgeries you'd like to share if you had one or more than one? Can you share that with us and tell us why you had the particular surgeries? Why you chose to?
Okay, so first of all, I was working at the post office, right? And I used to drive a forklift before I became a supervisor. And I gained all this weight because I worked overnight and I was eating. And I gained all this weight. I want to say about 50, 60 pounds. I got all the way up to like 220. Never been that big a day in my life, which caused me to start having health issues, right? On the verge of being a diabetic, high blood pressure, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to lose weight. But then I looked into having surgery as well. So the doctor that I wanted to have the surgery with was out of the country. Her name was Dr. Duran. And one of her requirements were your BMI had to be under a 30. My BMI was like a 35. So I wasn't even a candidate. So in order for me to be a candidate, I had to lose weight
Wait a second. You broke up a little bit. You said your BMI had to be what,
under a
baby?
30. Under a 30.
And you were at 35, you said.
I was at a 35.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I lost the weight. Fast forward, I lost the weight about 6 months later into me losing the weight. I walked every morning, drank plenty of water. I ate the same foods. I just ate smaller portions. Right. So I lost weight everywhere but my stomach. So I lost everything but my stomach went away. So I had this saggy skin on my stomach hanging. But my body is small, but I got this skin that just won't go away because it doesn't go away. So that's what made me elect to go ahead and have the surgery. What I had was a tummy tuck, which they call an amnioplastia. That's the name of it. But it's a tummy tuck in layman's term. So anyway,
Gotcha.
I did the work first. So I got my BMI all the way down to a 27.4. So I lost all
Ooh, okay.
yeah, got it all the way down. So when I went to go have surgery, I was 180 pounds. BMI is a 27.4. I'm 5'8". I'm 46 years old when I go and have the surgery. It was a process because you had to get all these series of
Hold
tests.
on. Don't hey, don't jump ahead of me now.
Okay, okay. But me losing the weight and having that extra skin, that is what made me go have the surgery.
Gotcha. Love it, love it. Look, I had to stop you because that was about to be one of my questions, so I had
Okay,
to slow you down now.
okay.
um, okay, and so you actually answered my next question, but I'm gonna ask it just so we are clear. So when did you went like what year did you have your surgeries?
In 2019, January 2019, January 14th, 2019.
January 2019. So that make it almost what about 4.5, 5 years, something like that.
5 years ago, almost six.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, all right, all right. Now, this is the next question is truly where we get into the bulk of the situation. Now, Miss Felicia had let me know that you actually had answered my next
I can't hear you.
question.
I can't hear nothing. Can y'all hear Tiff?
Can y'all hear Tiff?
We can hear you now. Just now, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Let me try to keep myself steady then. Y'all know I'm so used to being on camera, I move a lot when I'm talking. Okay, okay. I found first. Can you hear me now? Okay, yes, now great. Okay, I'm gonna try to be still while I smoke this herb and do this professional interview. Now, okay, so walk me through this, Miss Felicia. Now, we know that with any surgery that we have, no matter what it is, there is a process that must occur before getting surgery. Now, she told us what she had to do before getting surgery. She had to get to a acceptable BMI. Is there any other? Oh, you said you ate the same but ate smaller portions. This is all before having surgery. Is there anything else before we get into when you actually the day of and all that stuff? Is there anything before having the surgery that you had to do besides eating right and getting your body weight right? Um is there anything else? Is there any were you on any type of like, how some people might have blood pressure meds, any type of thing? Was there anything you had to stop or that you might, is there anything you had to stop? Um Drinking, anything
Yes,
is there?
yes.
Oh, and that was just a guess I took, y'all. So they do you how far ahead do you have to stop drinking or
They require it to be
toxins?
30 days. 30 days. But
30?
they require 30 days, but I did a 60-day. I did a 60-day because you have to take vitamins, you have to take medication. It is a series of medication that you take leading up to surgery. There's a series of tests that you have to take leading up to surgery. I had to get cleared by my doctor here in the States before I could even go out the country to have surgery. And my doctor here had to check my heart, my blood pressure, your diabetes, uh, your hemoglobin had to be a certain level in order to even have surgery. It has to be above a 12 or 13, depending on how many procedures you have. It has to be at a certain level. So you had to do all of it.
Mm.
Here now let's be clear. There are doctors that don't require you to do none of these things. It is doctors that'll take your money. It is just doctors that'll you walk in, they send you right out the back door. In my case, that wasn't the case. The doctor that I use is a very safe doctor, and she had all these requisitions that needed to be done before you can have surgery, which I appreciated. You understand? I
So
appreciate.
basically, what Felicia telling us is she didn't go to no budget doctor just to get this done. You know what I'm saying? She ain't go the budget route.
Yeah, yeah.
And we all know that there are people out here that cannot afford financially that will go to budget doctors and risk so much to look better. And what's crazy is it's not even for health reasons, or like for instance how Miss Felicia said, I lost the weight, now I dealt with all of the skin and this, that, and the third. Well, that's something naturally none of us women will want to deal with after losing weight if we don't have to. um Hold on one second, y'all.
Right, Mama Three. That's what it is. The BMI. Yes, your body mass fat overall. Yep. I can't handle menstrual cramps. Ain't no way I can handle surgery pain. I hate pain. Yeah, we gonna get into that because that's a whole nother beast, Rob. True. Okay, wait a minute, Treasure. Let me go back up and see. Treasure said she had a question.
Yep, I was just about to ask you. Don't forget the milk tap. I'm going there now. Treasure question was, I was supposed to pin it, but I got it, Treasure. I had my eye on it. It says, I have a question. Felicia, do you have to sign a will in case anything goes wrong, like the passing away or things like that? Do they require a will or something you have to sign
No, they didn't require one, but my family
before getting
required.
this kind of surgery?
They didn't. They don't. You sign paperwork that says an event, something. They let you know that it's a possibility it can happen. But I had this discussion with my family before I went. I signed papers with my family before I left the States. I made arrangements with my family. I had a family. I had a whole discussion with my children, with my family. It was bigger than just the doctors because this is something now I got to sit down with my kids. I have to get things, this is a conversation you got to have because there is a possibility you can die with all surgeries. Not only that, I'm leaving the country.
Absolutely.
And so they would need to know who to get in touch with, which is the embassy. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things, there's so many levels to have a surgery, especially when you leave abroad.
Yes.
So that is a good question, Trey.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. You have your stuff, that you have everything that you need to have at home before you even leave the States.
Wow, Treasure, that was a dope question because I didn't even think about that myself. Like, that's great. Treasure, you always got great questions, girl. Girl.
You keep cutting out. Tell her I don't know what's going on, but you keep cutting out.
Hear you.
There you go. You're back now, break room, but you keep going out.
I don't know why that is, Hunter. I don't know why that is. Let me switch. Oh, hold on. I know what might be the problem. Hold on one second.
You welcome, Treasure. Trust me, if I wasn't against it, my
Okay.
first land for tell me taking a breast reduction. I know that's right, Rutro.
Let me know. Can you hear me fine now, Miss Felicia?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now.
Okay, I didn't even know my device switched to my grandma's Wi-Fi instead of its own Wi-Fi. I'm like, why does it keep doing that? But y'all let me know if it does it again. That should help. Um, great question, Tresh. And y'all feel free to drop your questions or comments. I'm gonna make sure that I go back up in the chat and be checking periodically. But I know everybody probably can't stay all for the whole time. So you don't have to hold your questions to the end. I'm gonna do my best to catch them as they come. Okay. Thank you, Mama Three, for putting that definition for the chat. I'm gonna pin that. Great, great, great. I love the teamwork. I love the teamwork. Make sure y'all hit that
Absolutely.
like button. If you care to bless either one of us during this live, you can feel free to. Y'all already know I'm Big Stacks 1983 and Miss Felicia is Felicia Barnes 49. I will repost it though. Um, let's see. I'm trying to make sure I ain't got no other questions just yet as I get my next question out. Trust me, if I wasn't against it and scary, I would be the first in line for a tummy tuck and a breast reduction. I know that's right, raw truth. Hell, me too, girl. Now I can deal with certain pain, but woo, I just don't know. That might be where y'all can officially call me a punk. Cause honey,
Because it is not for
um,
the weak. I promise you, it is not for the weak.
and we about to find out just how much because keep in mind, Miss Felicia, I was there when what made me interested in talking to you is because I was there in your live one day when you actually touched on some of this, and I thought it was just so dope. And like you didn't hold back, like you didn't make it just something beautiful and fluffy and fairy tale, even though like I told people the result is amazing. But I was so like I thought it was so cool that I just felt the raw truth in what you were saying, you know what I mean, and it made me interested to hear your story over here. So yes, so some of y'all should know that some of the questions that I'm asking I have heard the answer to, and I think it's worth y'all hearing the answer to. So, and some I don't have the answer to. So let's carry on. Mama Three says she would get it, but she would have to be careful because she is anemic. Understood. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Shakina, love you. Welcome in, welcome in. Love you, and I hope you having a wonderful day at work. Tiff, read my question, please. Okay. I see it now, sweetheart. I found first she says my sister had the surgery a while back but gained back in the area. What are you doing to ensure that you won't have to have a revision?
So you know what I found first? I blame that on the doctors if you have to go back because I don't gain weight in those areas. Because what happens is the cells die, right? They die. So there's no way that I can gain weight back I'm not gonna get any weight back here. See right here, this is where my lipo was right there and right here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute? Can y'all see it? You see the mark right there?
Uh-huh.
Right there?
Right.
Lipo. So from all my back, and then my stomach was cut. My stomach was cut. She cut my stomach, but I got my back and my sides lipo. So it's nothing's gonna gain. I'm not gonna gain any weight there. It's not gonna come back. So that's why it depends
Oh.
on what did your sister have? You know what I mean? Because it could be that the doctor certain areas wasn't touched on. You know what I mean? Like so, because I don't just to be honest with you, I don't do anything. I've been to the gym probably, I'm not even gonna make this up. Not so many times. I can count on one hand, right? Let's be clear. And it's been 5 years since I had surgery.
Really? And you don't do the gym?
I don't do the gym. I don't.
What?
Not saying that, but a lot of people do. A lot of people do. A lot of people they go to the gym. They wanna. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's a their own little mind thing or something that they do, but they tell you to work out. They tell you to stay in shape and to do all of this. Don't get me wrong. Now, let me tell you what I do. I'll waist train. I'll put on my faja and my ab board and waist train for like 30 days straight. I'll probably do that maybe once or twice out the year. And that's it.
Oh, well, that's
That's it.
cool.
That's it. And
That's
that's
cool.
just
You
to keep
don't have
me
to do
strong.
Right. That's dope that you ain't got to do a whole lot of worry with the upkeep of, that's dope because a lot of everybody ain't got that story. I know of a person who's had certain surgeries and like that for look reason, for they got it, I believe, due to not to get it injected anywhere. I believe they were just overweight, you know what I'm saying, and could not lose weight on their own, or had a high metabolism, however you call it. But they got the surgery, you guys, and gained it all back within like a year and a half. No cap.
And that comes, you know what that comes from though, y'all? That's okay. So in the first year, because you don't see your results right away, you don't. In the first year, you have to wear your fajas, you have to wear the compression. A lot of people don't do that. They be so anxious to hurry up and get off the table and jump down in your clothes and wearing clothes you shouldn't wear, like you're not supposed to wear jeans while you're healing because it'll leave a print in your stomach while you're healing. You're supposed to wear that faja at least the first 9 months of the first year, at least 9 months. You go from wearing it every day, like the first 2 months, to like wearing it every week. Compression, making sure you compress and form your body. You have to do the after work, like your massages, the drainage. A lot of people don't do that stuff, and that's why they become back bloated in those areas that they had surgery in. It's because they're not doing the aftercare work. You have to get the massages, y'all. You have to wear your faja. You have to be drained. You have to get all of that stuff so you don't get fibroids, so the stuff don't come back. People don't do that. They just want to walk off the table and don't think about the aftercare. That's why most of the people be botched. That's why most of the people gain the weight back.
Mm. Thank you, Miss Shakina, for that amazing super sticker. Love you, baby girl. Thank you so much. Now, I'm gonna ask my question now, you guys, so I can get a deeper a deeper look into this. What I want to ask Miss Felicia is if she doesn't mind taking us through a little bit of a walkthrough with the process of, because you explained this so freaking well on your live when you was just even talking about the process of getting there, and just when you spoke about how it has to be paid and just all of that good stuff. Can you give us a walkthrough of basically traveling to get there? Like, what was on your mind? How did you feel? Was there ever a moment of regret? And take us pretty much all the way down to the moment of having the surgery, and we gonna stop there, and then I'm going to have you break down the recovery last. So I want you to take us through what was in your mind, like when you're pretty much like the weekend where you're about to go, you're about to do your traveling, you're about to head there, you have to have this or that. Like, what is it that you had to make sure you had with you? All of that good stuff. Take us from that moment leading up to surgery until you got out of surgery. Then we'll talk about the recovery. Walk us through that process for you and your mind, your mental. You ever had any regrets from the time of even getting on a plane or reaching a doctor's? Just take me through it. Paint the picture, honey.
Absolutely, absolutely. So of course, I had scheduled an appointment, months ahead of time. Then it was those requirements, so I had to get all of that taken care of. So not only that, you have to bring your own supplies, right? Meaning that I had to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I had to buy a certain type of powder to use. I had to buy my own disinfect to clean my body with before surgery. Because man, I'm going out the country, third world. They're not equipped with what we have here in the States. We ought to be grateful and thankful for running water because they don't have that. They don't have the tools for their water to even be cleaned. Does that make sense? I mean, like their system doesn't even. It's a whole nother
Mm,
beast.
right, right.
A
Woo.
whole nother beast. So anyway, you had to bring your own stuff. I had to buy dresses, t-shirts, panties, pads. Um, what else? House shoes, house coats, a safe for my money, for my belongings. Because mind you, I'm going by myself. I have a surgery sister I'm going to meet there, but I'm traveling by myself. Now, when I got on the plane from Vegas, I had to fly to Miami, right? Had to fly to
Mm-hmm.
Miami from my no, I had to fly from Vegas to Atlanta. Then I went from Atlanta to Miami. And then when I got on the plane from Miami, it was only like 2 hour 45 to the Dominican. When I closed the door on the Miami flight, when I knew that this was the last plane, that's when I was like, damn, I shouldn't do this.
Mm.
Go back home. You know what I mean? Like that's when I had a second thought. I second guess myself when I got on that
Yeah.
last plane. Uh, I got on the plane and I got that at this point, I knew it was real. You
What
know what
part
I mean?
made you what part made you have that moment of I shouldn't do this? Was it the thought of maybe the pain, the process, the recovery, or what?
The part of not coming back,
Ooh, talk to us. Yes, yes, yes.
not coming back.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Not waking up. You know what I mean? Like, um, I get it because a question that my kids asked me before I left, are you scared? They asked, was I scared? And I said, yes. I know. I said yes. My daughter in the back told me you was. I said, I said yes. I said I'm scared, but I'm going. I said I didn't put all this work in, and I'm going to get it done. So anyway, once the plane doors close, I had this moment of I should have got off the fucking plane, right? Okay. Neither here nor there, as you know, you could tell I stayed on the plane. So I gets all the way there. So my driver meets me. Now, mind you, I had to pay for a driver, right? I had to pay for a driver because I don't know nothing. I'm somewhere I've never been. I don't know a soul. I don't know anything. Now, mind you, these people are foreigners. These people are all strangers. They barely speak English. But here I am. It
Mm.
took my little black American ass on this plane to go out the country to have surgery. Not a surgery that was needed because it wasn't needed. It's an elected surgery. That's what they call because it's cosmetic. It wasn't needed.
Yeah.
It was something that I wanted because I didn't want that extra skin. I didn't want to carry that extra skin because my theory for me is I wasn't born with that stomach. Them 4 babies gave me that damn stomach, period. And I want to go back to
Right.
how I looked before I had kids. That was my theory. Anyhow, so I get to the DR. So the man is there with my name on the card where I'm staying at because I had to book a recovery house. Now, man, you got to I had to get a recovery house. I had to pay for my own nurse. I had to pay for my massages. Um, I had to, what else did I have to pay for? You have to pay for your own medication. You have to pay for everything, basically. And another thing is they only take cash. They do not take credit. There is no financing. USD
Mm.
dollars anyway. So mind you, I'm traveling with over almost $20,000. Okay, so yeah, exactly. I'm traveling with almost $20,000 because I have to pay these people in cash. You have to pay your drivers. You have to tip the
And
drivers.
had you ever been there before this surgery to that particular place?
I have not. I have never been there. So mind you,
So
all of
you
this
are
is
traveling to a whole nother country outside of this here US of A with 20 grand and anxiety on top of that. Oh, child. So you had to protect the money, yourself, and your mind.
yes, yes, and that's true, and it's true too because I don't know nobody. What if something go bad? Not only that, I had to buy a certain type of phone service. I had to buy.
Uh, you got a question in the chat. Miss Raw Truth wants to know: did you go alone or did you have anybody with you?
I went alone, but I met my surgery sister there. So we had our
Okay.
so we have a group. It is a surgery group that we have. It is surgery above and beyond, meaning out the country, all of that. So there's a group that we have, and then there's a group for the doctor because the doctor name was Duran. Her name is Duran. She's one of the top surgeons in the DR in Cabral. He's the king. She's the queen. This is already known. If you're in the surgery world, you already know this. You know what I mean? Like who the top doctors are. Um, they are very selective on who they pick. They pick you. You don't pick them. She takes
Mm.
your picture and she see if she can work with you or not. She'll pass on you. She will not do your surgery if she don't feel like she can give you the results that you need. She's not. She will pass on you. So anyhow, so I get down here. I get to the Dominican. The man picks me up. He takes me straight to the lab. I go straight to the lab to get my blood work done. Mind you, this place is so old. Do y'all remember when you get X-rays? Not with the high tech. You remember the silver trays and the, what can I say? Do y'all remember them old X-ray machines? They're
I
nothing
feel like,
like
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
very, very old.
uh,
Everything is probably 10 years behind. 10 or 15 years. I promise you, everything is behind. So anyway, I'm in this little cold place and I got to get my x-rays done, my blood work, my urine, because even though my doctor already tested me for all this stuff, gave me a letter telling me that because the doctor in out the country required you to get checked here in the States first. So I had to go with
uh,
so my doctor here ran all these tests. When I got over there, she ran the same tests. And you have to pay for that. I had to pay for an EKG. I had to pay for the breathing machine. I had to pay for what else was there? Your blood work. So now, here's another thing: you have to buy your own blood, meaning transfusion. If something go bad,
what?
yes, you have to put a deposit down for blood. I'm already
Oh,
negative, so I have a rare type of blood.
wow.
That was another
Yours
fear.
probably was more expensive.
Yeah, but that was another fear because what if they don't have this blood?
Yes. Hey, Critical. Hey, Open Book. Welcome in to everybody that came in. If I missed you, it ain't on purpose. I was just focused on the story because, this is Felicia's show and I'm here to hear the story and listen as well. So forgive me if I miss anybody. I'm posting comments randomly. So y'all know I love each and every one of y'all like a kid love cake. Carry on, Fifi. So you had to get your own blood and your a rare blood, so you had the fear of not being able to get your hands on this blood, and probably paying a little penny higher than you know
Right,
regular
exactly.
popular blood.
Right. By being such a rare blood, that was another concern of mine. Like, is it going to happen? Because I have to have a card. I have to carry a card that says it is a Rogan. So it's a RH. I have a Rogan blood type. So meaning that, like, even when I get pregnant, and I have to have a shot at 27 weeks. If one of my children were to come out with the opposite type of blood, my body could create an antibody to where if I got pregnant again, the baby will have like a deformity, stuff like that. So my blood is rare. So that was another thing that was like, oh, okay, what if they don't have it? But okay, neither here nor there. I was fine, right? She said, "What made you trust and choose the doctor you did?" Good question.
It
So I
is.
did. I did my research. That's what you have to do. You have to do your research on these doctors now, because there's a lot of doctors with a lot of deaths. There's a lot of doctors that will just take your money just to give you surgery. Um, you have to research them. You have to look them up. You have to go through other people that's been with this doctor. You have to talk to them, get their experience. It is so much when choosing a doctor. Duran was the top doctor I picked from the get go. She was one of the top. It was her, Cabral, and what's the third guy name? What the fuck is his name? Damn. Mm. When it comes to me, I'll let y'all know. But anyway, it was a lot of work picking a doctor. I had to do my research on the doctor. So I researched her for probably 2 years. I did research 2 years prior before I had surgery. So I didn't just go have surgery, y'all. I researched. I did the work. I did the weight loss. I lost the weight, got myself together, did all the tests and stuff that I needed to do. So I knew that I would be okay going to have the surgery, right? Long as you tell the truth and you be honest, everything should be okay. But you have a lot of people that lie and don't make it past anesthesia. Sometimes the anesthesia end up killing people.
Mm,
You know
mm,
that.
mm, mm. See, this the deeper look I wanted y'all to hear. Like the stuff that people really don't be thinking about when they're getting these surgery. This is what was very important to me, y'all. This look into it right here. Goodness gracious, man. Y'all hear that? Some people don't make it out of the anesthesia because you've been sneaking and geeking on the doctor. That's why it's very important to tell the doctors what meds you might have been taking, what underlying situations you had going on, what's hereditary, whatever you got to tell the doctor to make sure that this is not further, it's already dangerous by
Yeah,
itself. Any surgery is dangerous. I don't even care if you want to get a tooth pulled.
yeah,
Any surgery is
yeah.
dangerous if it's not done correctly. So I think these points is just so important. I'm sorry, Miss Felicia, carry on. Oh, you got a question
I
here.
see.
Auntie Fifi, what is your blood type, if you don't mind Rose Blazion asking?
I'm RH negative.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that is rare. There
Yep,
you have it,
yep, I'm
Miss
RH.
Rose.
Mm-hmm. So, so anyway, that was a thing, right? To making sure that your blood work was right. You had to do the machine, you blow with the balls to make sure, have
Uh-huh.
for your lungs, right? Because you had to have a lung test. They test you for everything. This is why I don't know why people lie or why people want to tell these stories that you don't be honest, because it's a lot of people. Yeah, we have a memorial website for sisters that did not make it because there's a lot of people that lied about being on medication. It's a lot of people that went and was drinking and that was still smoking. If you smoke, it's going to stop you from healing. If you drink, it's going to make you bleed more. So those two things you just should not do when you're going to have this type of surgery.
I
Period.
guess it's safe for y'all to know I won't be having these types of surgeries as I hit this blunt. Continue, Miss. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Y'all know I like humor in my interviews.
But so okay, so now let's fast forward. I get there, I get all these tests done, I get all this blood work done because this is on a Sunday when I made it there. My surgery is the next day, that Monday. I flew out on the 12th, got to the DR the 13th. My surgery was on the 14th. So I did all these tests on the 13th, had to go through all these processes. You had to go see this doctor, that doctor, woo, woo, woo. You had to see about 4 or 5 doctors, y'all. Got all of that stuff done. Now I meet my surgery sister there. Now my surgery sister is somebody that I met in the group. We were going to the same doctor. She was going by herself. I was going by myself, but we had the same doctor. So she was my voice while I was in surgery, and I was her voice while she was in surgery. Meaning, if anything happened, she's going to contact my family. If anything happened to her, I'm going to contact her family. So that's when I say
Mm.
a surgery sister. That's who she was. That's how she talked to my family. I talked to her. And when we got there, her family was on the phone. My family was on the phone. All right. So if anything
Cri-
happened, go ahead.
Critical. I'm sorry, Miss Fee. Critical. I didn't want to forget to ask her question. She says her cousin had a blood transfusion while there. Should she be concerned?
When you say concern, meaning what? When did she have the surgery? When did she have it? How long ago? How she's doing? Is she back at home?
And do you mean on a way of because when I think about blood transfusions, y'all, the only thing concern me is the blood clean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
you
Right.
know,
And so
now if
they do test the blood, but that is a good question, critical, because remember this place isn't like the states. They don't have all the technology that we have. So we have to think, how much is it tested? Is it
hell,
clean?
they screw it up here, and we got all this technology, and child, people find out 20 years later why they on their deathbed that they got,
A blood
the 3 letter word or whatever from a transfusion or something like that. So it worries me. That kind of stuff worries me here in the States because my cousin had to have 3 transfusions over the course of a week, y'all. And I was so nervous. Anything that got to do with transfusions makes me nervous because I trust in my country's technology. But
Right.
no matter what you got or where you are, people make mistakes. Some things can get overlooked. Like you're trusting people and machines and testing
Mhm.
labs, and you don't just trust the lab. You got to trust people to label results correctly and all of that. The results might be exactly correct, but somebody done put the wrong label or mixed up two different blood. Like it happens, man. That shit scares me, as you were saying, Fee.
So again, you have all these concerns, right? You have all these you doubts, but they send you through it is a big packet of questionnaires of questions that you have to answer. They want you to be truthful about it, that you have to go there, let you know the risk. You saying your name on it, you saying your name on that damn paper, saying that you understand the risk. I've seen it where they've ran out of blood. I've seen it where uh,
Ooh, yeah.
people elected not to even buy blood. Why wouldn't you? Why would you risk that? Not pay for the blood? Like why wouldn't you
Mm,
pay for something that could save your life? You don't know if it can or can't, but why would it not be an option?
right.
Like why would that even be a doubt, a thought in my head? No, that's what I got to pay for. Let me pay for that.
Let me ask you this concerning that. You said you had to pay for your own blood and stuff like that. So what happens like if you pay for blood that you may need, but you don't end up not needing it? Do they give your money back, or do you
No, you
charge
get
it
a
to the
percentage.
game?
Nope, you get a percentage of it back. They keep like $50 of it.
Oh, okay,
You get it
okay.
back. Yep, you do get it back. You do get it back if you don't need it because I didn't need it, so I got it back.
I gotcha.
I
Okay,
didn't need it, so
okay.
they kept $50, but I had to pay for my own medication though. So now she'll send you a list of the medications, and you can get them from the states. That's one thing you can do where you can get them. So opposed to like the medicine was $325. I could have got the medicine here in the states with my insurance, right?
Uh-huh.
But she'll send it to you. I didn't want to because I wanted to get exactly what she wanted me to have. So I bought it there. Does that make
Smart.
sense? Yeah. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like I wanted to make sure everything that she put on that list, I was able to get it, not taking a chance here and not getting it. I didn't want to get, oh, well, you got these two things, but you ain't got the other three things. I'm going to get them there. Not only that, you have to shoot yourself for 7 days with blood thinners.
You
You
had to
have
do what with blood thinners?
You have to shoot yourself. You have to give
Oh,
yourself blood thinners. After you have surgery, remind you, your body is taking on a traumatic surgery. This is not you in surgery for hours. You are in surgery for at least 4 to 5 hours. You're out and you're being cut on. So
mm,
you have to give yourself blood thinners because you don't want your blood to clot. People
right.
die from their blood clotting.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not even knowing that you got a clot. Sometimes you can get a headache real, real bad, and you got to get that tap in your back and your spine. They got to like do a release
Yes.
in your back. It is so much. You have to be educated. Number one, let's just start there.
Come
Surgery
through.
is just not. I got the money. Let me go get it. No, that's not. That's not how it goes. This is not. This is why I'm able to tell the story right now because that's not how it goes.
I'm
You
loving how well thought out, and Shelly made that comment and said smart and well planned, Felicia. That's
Yeah.
something that I'm admiring in this story, is that you did not leave no stone unturned through. It's like, I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna make sure if I get it, I'm getting it correctly all the way through. No, I'm not getting the medicine in the States. I ain't got time to know if the states carry this or not or whatever. I'm loving that you did not leave no stones unturned. Keep talking to me. I got this question. So When you was getting prepared for surgery, was there anything that you was told that you was not aware of, like you, I'm sure you did all your homework on the process and all of that, but was there anything that was learned, or like, how the doctors tell you, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to put you to sleep, we're going to blah blah blah? Is there anything that they mentioned where you was like, oh shit, I didn't know that was going to have to happen, or you know something, any surprises? B-
I mean, the only
or was you
surprise
well
I had,
equipped on every step?
I was well equipped. The only surprise I had is I woke up doing surgery.
What?
I woke up.
Okay, you gotta tell us about that. You're gonna have to tell us about that. I need to know what you felt, what you saw. Talk to me.
So I woke up doing the surgery, and she was almost done with the surgery and asked me, because man, I don't feel nothing. I can't feel anything, right? Don't even, because I'm numb, right? So I don't feel nothing. But you know how somebody, you could tell the pressure, somebody's pulling, doing
Uh-huh.
anything. You could feel pressure. She was like, "Would you like to go back to sleep?" I said no. She was like, "It's almost over." Do you know why I did not want to go back to sleep?
Wow, I can't even believe you said no. I'm over here, child. This go lady is super natural. Like shit.
But yeah, I didn't
Why?
want to go back to sleep because I was already woke, and I felt like if I went back to sleep, what if I won't wake back up?
Mm.
Yeah. So if I'm already woke, and she telling me it's almost over, she was like, "Do you want to go back to sleep?" I said no. And yes, I was scared. I was glad you said that, Mama Three, because that was my next thing. Was I scared in the crosses? Yeah, because a lot of people got it. A lot of people caught it. A lot of
Now
people.
explain to us what that is.
So that is where this when you get a sore in your body, like when the skin doesn't heal, it is how can I describe it? Let me show you. I can let me show y'all. Let me show you what it is. This way better.
Great question, mom of three.
Yes, because that is something that you can get from being lipo too much, your skin being damaged right there. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Let me get y'all. So, and it's like a lack of the blood, like like your blood ain't flowing like it's supposed to be. All clots travel very dangerous. They are treasure. So this is like necrosis right here. Okay, wait, let me see. Damn, y'all can't see it. Wait a minute. So this is an image, like it eats the blood. See how you see that? That's
Oh.
because the blood cells are dead and it has no way to flow. So this is what happens to your skin. It has to be treated. And it takes a while. I mean, sometimes it can be really, really bad, y'all. If y'all ever seen somebody, um, you have to get like a wound vac. You have to wear like a wound vac and everything. Like it's really, really bad, y'all. And that comes from your skin and the cells dying and the blood not being able to flow. It is nothing that a doctor gives you, because people always say they blame the doctor for it. No, it's the cells in your body. The blood is not flowing because they die prematurely, and so there's no way for it to flow, and it ends up eating out, like causing these really, really bad scars on your body.
Mm. Mm,
It does.
mm.
And you have to get a wound vac. It is very, very hard to treat. It is a process to get well. It's really, really bad. It's a really bad thing. And a lot of people I know a lot of people that did get it. So if it's a doctor, say it's a doctor that's known for this happening, why would you continue to go to her? Right? Because now you're thinking it's something with the doctor, or because when you get a tummy tuck, they're not supposed to lipo you in the place you had lipo. I'm sorry.
Oh,
What
for
was
real?
hmm you can that
Ashton Joseph had a lipo 360, said it almost took them into a coma, or they was in a coma for 4 days and went through a lot of traumatic shit. Perforated your intestines. I think I said that right. If I didn't, y'all see it right there in the chat. Wow. Oh my God. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it hurt.
That no, that they punctured his intestines and he was in a coma. So Ashton is a man, right? Ashton Joseph. I don't want to label you the wrong name. Um, yep, I
Oh
had a.
my goodness. Oh my God. Yeah, Ashton Joseph.
Let me see. Yep. So he was punctured. They punctured
Oh,
him, meaning
oh
that
my,
they hit his intestines, which he could have died.
oh my gosh.
You definitely have to be mentally prepared, Shelly, because afterwards, wait a minute, no, wait, we're gonna be jumping ahead. I'm jumping ahead. Let me see here.
Oh, you,
Jumping ahead.
yeah, I think I'm just a tad bit up in the chat trying to make sure I ain't miss no questions. Ashton says that they stayed in Miami for 1 month in ICU. Ashton, don't a- get me for asking this, but sometimes names don't tell the story and there's no picture there. Are you what gender are you? You male or female? I just wanted to know how I'm referring to you or whatever. Um,
Oh,
let's
Ashton, I'm
see.
so sorry. He said a very bad
Yes.
experience. Do you want to tell us about your experience?
Yes, you are welcome up. Or if anybody had a
Oh, you had
surgery.
fibroids? You say you thought that's what it was. You had a wound. You had the wound vac, yeah, because that's what you had to have. Oh my God, I'm on my stomach to help me heal. Yep. Oh my God, you don't have a belly button now, but I have a tattoo on my stomach. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yep. Yeah. Action. I was familiar with that. Where did you went to Miami? He said he went to Miami. So, and there was another question in here that somebody just asked me. Why did I choose to go out the country? Somebody asked that question, Tiff. Let me see. I think it was Treasure. Wasn't it? Was it you, Treasure? Let me see.
You can add me. I'll tell my story. Oh, awesome. You are more than welcome. To
Yes.
if Miss Felicia got the time, because I don't want her to. I'm not quite done with her either. Just
No, you know. We Tiff, I'm here with you, baby. I'm here. My dinner is done. I'm here. We're gonna go to the pool later, me and the grandbaby, because he back. I'm here. I gotta work tomorrow.
I'm gonna drop the link for you, Ashton.
Okay, so I think that was you. That was you, Treasure? Okay. So Treasure asked me why did I go out the country opposed to the States? And I'm gonna just keep it real with you, boo. You're not gonna get the restate. You're not gonna get the results I got in the States. The states ain't doing it like they doing it out the country. Not only that, it's a law now that they only can do so much here. They only can take so many liters. They only can take so much liters of fat from you now in the states. That is a law, even though doctors still do whatever they want to do. But I knew I wouldn't get the results that I got here. I knew I wouldn't get the results in the states that I was going to get out the country. That's why I went.
Mm, mm.
And for what I got, I paid less than I would have paid in the states as well. The only difference is in the States, I probably could have did it on care credit. I probably did it on my credit card, opposed to me having to pay the cash. That's the only other difference too. The results and the money.
Absolutely. I think we have a guest coming up. And thank you, Miss Annette, for the clarity. Shout out to my bestie in the building and all my beautiful wrenches down there. I love each and every one of y'all. Shout out. And I know Miss Fee got some supporters over here as well. And I thank y'all for coming over here and supporting her and me. Miss Ashley, hey, do you want to leave your camera on? You can cut it off if you want to. It's totally up to you. I wanted to ask before I
Nice.
brought
Hey,
you up.
Richie.
Alrighty.
My question. Let me go see it. Dreamy, because they said we be hand in the chat too.
Oh,
Let's
I
see.
know y'all.
We sorry. Does it affect your digestive tract or bowels?
Um,
Is that for Ashley? Because it didn't do anything to me. And I also saw that somebody asked about my appetite. Now, let me
mhm,
tell you what did happen. When I did have the surgery, I got smaller,
mhm,
right? I was smaller, y'all. Like,
mhm,
because mind you, I had changed the way I was eating before I went to have the surgery. My diet was different, right? So when I got home, I was little. I didn't like that. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way I felt. So I
mhm.
started back eating those fat pieces of chicken, those red beans of rice, those potatoes to put weight back on my body. But it only went to my legs and my ass, y'all, and my arms. It didn't go to my stomach.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Yep.
How
So,
you doing? Thank you for
I'm good.
coming.
So this happened to me 2 years ago. Hold on one second. All right, you have to go. I was just passing to me on the ride, you heard me? All right. All right, I'm hollering, you heard me? All right. Sorry, y'all. So this happened to me 2 years ago. I went to Miami. I went to Havana Plastic, Dr. Maminsky's. And like you were saying, they asked for me to pay for a blood transfusion. I did that. At first, I wasn't gonna do it, but then I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it." So the surgery went fine. The next day, no, that same night, I was passing out, but I'm thinking that signs from the lipo, so I didn't pay no attention to it. So the
Hmm.
next day, I went to my post-op appointment, and I passed out right in front of those people. They made me take off my garment still because they wanted the after picture. Right after that happened, I went back. I had a massage, and
Okay.
the massages would trigger me, like really, really triggered me. So I went to the hospital the first night, and they told me I was dehydrated. They put me on an IV, sent me back to the recovery room. Got back to that house, and I had my husband niece with me. Thank God she was with me. I went back to the recovery house, and I went back to the hospital, and that's when they did a CT scan on my stomach and was like, "Your bowel is perforated," and they sent me to emergency surgery. They induced me in a coma. Yes. I
Wow.
woke up. My husband was there. I didn't know who he was for like a day. Yes, it was bad. Yeah.
What was the doctor's excuses? What was the because
Oh,
I'm
so
sure.
well, I didn't. So when I woke up, it took me like 2 weeks to call them because I was under all that fentanyl and Dilaudid,
Yeah.
and so when I realized what happened to me, I called him and I asked him what the fuck did he do to me, and he was like, I need the medical terminology. So I was like, I asked the nurse what was it called, and he was like, you have bowel perforation. And mind you, I'm 4'11", and like you would say, you gotta do your research on these doctors because they got doctors that do tall women, short women.
Yep.
It's different. Yes. So you was absolutely right about that too. I didn't. I did my research, but I didn't go as thorough as that. And I had breast implants. I had 3 C-sections. So I was kind of like trying to say, yeah, I did those surgeries, so I could do this. But that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. This is a whole nother. This is a different type of surgery. Like
Yes, indeed.
so, when I say that it's not for the weak, it's not for the weak because after my surgery, right? So after I came, I told you I had woke up after they finished the surgery and they rolled me out.
Mhm.
Mind you, my body is numb. I don't
Mhm.
feel no pain yet, right?
Mhm.
The pain hadn't set in yet. So mind you, when you have lipo, that's them burning the cells in the
Yes.
body.
Yes.
Honey, my back was on fire
On
probably
fire. Yes.
3 months on fire. Literally, I got on a faja, I got on
Yes.
hardboard. I want this shit off. I broke down to my knees. I started screaming. I started crying.
Mhm.
I'm talking about, I'm like, why did I do this? Why
Mhm.
the fuck did I do this to myself?
Yes. Well, guess what? I didn't. I wore my faja for 2 days. I never wore a faja because they had to cut me open. I had to stay open for 4 days, and they had to close me back up with the wound vac. I came
Mm-hmm.
home with the wound vac on my stomach for 2 months.
Oh, oh, oh,
Yes.
oh.
I almost
So,
died. I almost sepsis. Yes.
so how, okay, so let's fast forward. So what was that process like for you? Like, what did
It
you have to
was
do?
so when I did my labs here, I had to get cleared here, and when I got there, I had to pay for my drug test, my garment, and my medicine. I paid for it all there, but they told me to bring. I didn't have to bring no puppy pads, none of that stuff because the recovery house had all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But yeah, I had to do my blood work before. And when I got there, they didn't check no blood pressure. They didn't check nothing. Yes, but I was just so excited. Yes. I was just so excited. Yes.
And
Yeah.
like, why wouldn't they check your blood pressure? Because
I'm telling you, they did a drug test on me. That's it.
because
They
you would
didn't check.
need your blood pressure to make sure that it's not too high
Exactly. Yep.
before they could even put you under anesthesia.
Yep.
See,
Yep.
this is what I be saying about doctors just wanting to do. And sometimes, like you said, you were excited.
I was
You didn't.
excited.
You just ready to have the surgery.
That's it. And I was like, well, I got my breast done. I could do this one. But baby, this one almost took me out. But let me tell you something. God is good. Because I
Hmm.
woke up July 12th. And guess what? My mama's sister, nothing was wrong with her. That lady died the day I opened my eyes.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
The day I opened my eyes out the coma, my mama's sister passed. Yes.
So
Hmm.
This
did
happened two
you
years ago.
did you take the steps to sue the doctors?
I did, but I messed up because the people that the lawyer I had, you know, what it's called when you sign that paper?
Malpractice. The
Malpractice. Yeah.
mhm.
Well, the lawyer I had was from Miami. The doctor who worked on me, he referred me to his lawyer. He was like, "You have a case." Well, he had called me one day and was like, "The people that I have for you don't want to take your case." So I ended up getting my money back. And when they gave me my money back, I couldn't sue them. I had to sign papers. Yeah,
Wow. See,
yeah.
I wouldn't have took the money. And
I
see, that's what
know.
we do. And that's I'm glad you're being honest. I'm glad because that's what we are. That's what we're doing right here. We're being honest. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? We're
yeah.
being honest, we're being open, and we're just gonna keep it real. Because
Yep.
that's what we do. We got
Yeah.
our money back, so we felt like fuck it, we good. When you
Yep.
could have sued for way more money.
For way more money. Yep. So I'm just happy to be alive. When I look
Absolutely.
at it, yeah. When I look at my situation, because my mama, she's now in the hospital. She had diverticulitis, and her colon, something happened with her colon, and she's necrotic. I saw you talking about that. It
Mm-hmm.
does suck out all the oxygen. My mama hands black, her feet black,
Yep.
and her
Yep.
nose is black.
Yep.
She in the hospital right now.
Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Mm.
Yeah, she
How
coming along good. She's coming
how is
along.
your wound?
Oh my God. So I wish I could send pictures to y'all phone. Like, it's long. My stomach is flat. It don't get big. It might get a little puffy, and in the morning it's back flat. It's long, and I don't have a belly button.
Wow.
Miss Ashley, I think someone in the chat, I had it pinned. I'm gonna try to
Mhm.
go back up real quick, but oh, here it go. I found first wants to know, did you have a bowel resection?
No, none of that. Thank God I didn't.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't have a colostomy bag. I could still. So I do get full fast because it's like I had double lipo. Like, it's like I got double tightened down there. So I do get full fast. When I have to go, I gotta go. I can't hold it.
Oh.
And when like I do gain weight, but I gain weight in my not in my stomach, but like my butt, arms, thighs, different places, but not my stomach area. No. And I
It
ain't never
is.
Mm.
ever doing another surgery again. Never.
Understood.
Never.
What?
I am traumatized. You hear me?
I
Oh
mean,
man.
I would be traumatized too if I was to go through that. Um, I almost lost my friend. I met a girl there in a recovery house with me, and she almost checked out on me. I had now, mind
Was
you,
she passing out? How was she acting?
she was no, she was throwing up really, really
Her,
bad. She
her
was shitting.
bowels?
She was throwing up. She was shitting all at the same time.
Oh my God. See, that's what happened
Mind
with
you,
me.
let me tell you what happened. I went old school. I got her some fucking chicken noodles, Campbell soup, a
Uh,
ginger ale, some crackers, and I nursed her back to health.
uh.
Her mother, why me and this lady is still friends right now today. Her mother sent me a gift every year.
And how
Like
long ago this happened?
this happened 5 years ago.
Oh, 5 years.
This
Wow.
happened 5 years ago. Yep, she almost checked out on me. I saw her firsthand. Like it was like her body was just weak. Like her body just couldn't take it no more. And mind you, I'm probably 2, 3 days post op.
Yeah.
I was able to help her. I was
I'm
able
telling
to.
you, my niece was with me. She had a BBL, and I was worried about her because she has diabetes. She smoked. I heard you saying not to smoke, drink a month prior. You not, and she was doing all those things. So I was really worried about her. And the whole time, it's me.
It was you.
It was me.
Good thing that she was there with you because
Thank God she was, and I put her in the middle because it was three of us in that room. And when we got there, I never forget. She was like, "Where you going, Ashley?" I was like, "I'm going on this end. You get in the middle."
hmm
Because I was about to. I was worried about her the whole time. It was me. Yep.
well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you made it through that, because it is a that's a tough this is a tough surgery. People think it's just
I'm
easy.
alive. But
Hmm.
Shorty will be here soon.
They think that it's easy, and people take it as a weight loss surgery, and it's not a weight loss surgery.
Mm-mm.
This is not a weight
Mm-mm.
loss surgery.
No, because you gain weight back. You do.
You gain the weight. If you don't do it the right way, you're gonna gain it
You're
back.
gonna gain it back. And some people gain it. Some people got them necks, the big necks, so they don't look right. It just wherever you got
I,
fatty tissues at, that's where it's gonna go.
I think there's some questions. One for Miss Ashley and probably one for the both of y'all. For Miss Ashley, Miss Annette said, "What did you say your mother had?"
She had diverticulitis. So they took the disease colon out of her stomach. And when I went to see her, I had a flashback of myself. I was like, something is wrong with you. You don't look right. Her stomach was so big. And she was just not herself. So they did emergency surgery on her. And my mama was, I'm not sure if she was in a coma or not. They say she wasn't, but she didn't talk to us for 14 days. She was on a vent on life support, three blood pressure pills. She was on dialysis 24 hours. So her hands, feet, and her nose is black right now. She can't use her hands or her feet at this moment, but she's coming along. She got to go through therapy. Yeah,
Hmm. And
yeah.
I think for both of y'all, Dreamy, I'm not for sure who this question is to, so I have both of y'all answer it. Give me 1 second. Oh, you'll probably fuck it up. Yeah, yeah, that
Miss
Supreme
Felicia, what
Source
did you
hit
have?
strong.
Done, what you
I
Yeah,
had?
yeah, yeah. Good stuff.
I had a tummy tuck. I had a
Hmm.
tummy tuck lipo, and I had like my ass got contoured,
Oh,
meaning that she filled in the spots. Don't you know
uh-huh.
how you have? Yeah, so that's what I had done.
Oh, so you
Yes,
had,
a
oh my
contoured
God.
ass. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
A
contoured.
contoured booty.
They lifted it
And,
up.
and look, I noticed. So I see a lot of people. So let me say something too, like about when people says love yourself or love how God made you or love this about you or love that about you. If that was the case, nobody would wear weave,
Uh-huh.
eyelashes,
Come
braces
Yep.
through.
on their teeth, colorful eyes.
Yep.
Nobody would do those things.
It's
It's not about
enhancement.
love. It's not about not loving.
Nobody will paint their nails, get their
Yep.
nails done. None
Yes,
of that.
it's not
It's an
about
enhancement.
This not about not loving yourself. This because I love me. I love me now, then, and before, after, and I'm going to continue to love me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, now, let me tell you what it did do for me. Let me tell you what. It made me love me even more.
It boosts your self-esteem.
I was already at 1,000, so I'm at
Mm-hmm.
a million now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's not about me not loving myself. I love myself dearly.
Mm-hmm.
Just like my tooth I worked at the post office, my tooth chipped.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I went and got my teeth done.
I got my teeth done. I
What's
got braces too,
what's
but I
wrong
don't.
with it? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
what's wrong with when did that become a bad thing?
No, it's
I
not.
see 50, 60-year-old people wearing braces. Sometimes I feel like, why are you wearing braces? But who am I to judge? Because what's
Mm-hmm.
wrong with getting your teeth fixed?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that need to get their teeth fixed.
They probably don't have the money to do it
Uh,
though.
They don't have the money to do it, so you criticize somebody that does. And
Right.
that's crazy because if I could give everybody 20,000 to go have surgery, if it's 10 people I get to it, I bet you nine of them take it.
Yep. Oh, they're gonna take it for sure.
They gonna take it. So
Yep.
when people say love yourself, this does not mean that I do not love myself.
You
I
just
love every
enhanced it.
bit of me.
Mm-hmm.
I love every part of me. I
Mm-hmm.
love me so much I risk my own life to get my stomach cut off.
Yep. You
say
do.
it like the TI is.
I
I
know I
think
do. Another surgery. No,
the
indeed.
question that Dreamy had for either both of you guys is she said, so And I know Felicia mentioned this, and I think she wanted clarity. That are you saying that the fat on a stomach, like if you get stomach surgery or whatever? Well, actually, Dreamy, I can actually answer this because why as Felicia said, she never gained any, had any weight issues, did not have to go to the gym, any of that. I had told you an opposite story with my friend, gained it all back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
Some
they had
people
what you
do.
call the gastric sleeve. It was one of them weight loss things, and yeah, they gained it all back within like a year and a half. So yeah, it can come. It just, I think, like Felicia said, one, I think it heavily depends on not only what type of surgery you have, but also who does your surgery. But let's also excuse me, let's also keep in mind, y'all, every individual body is different. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Yep.
So how one person's body might react to a certain procedure may be very different than how someone else's is, and even how we heal. Everyone heal different. We all get an approximate, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But while, some people, if a doctor say, well, it's gonna take 6 months for this bone to heal, somebody else who might live a little rougher might take them 7, because they keep doing
Mm-hmm.
things without being cautious, and
Mm-hmm.
hitting the leg or whatever is broke or whatever, while someone else might take special care into not re-hurting themselves, or eating wrong, or they might be eating healing foods to help
Mm-hmm.
the process. So it's all in who you are, your lifestyle. I think people have to take that in consideration. That's very important too. Is you can have a friend that tells you, hey girl, I had, this BBL done, da da da. Everything went great. I healed quick. Like, the doctor said it was gonna take me 6 weeks. Girl, I was back in action info. Like, and then you like, ooh, really? Because everybody else said it took them 8. And now you ready to go jump in and do something based off how it did for Becky, instead of, you have to consider those kind of things. We're not all the same. Yes, we have the same body makeup, but we are all very different in our immune systems and things like that. Some
Yeah.
are stronger or weaker than others.
Yep.
But
you know
also let me touch on this. When people have those weight loss surgeries, that's not the same as like lipo. Again, these are two
Mm-mm.
different. This is a whole different entity, because
Mm-hmm.
you're burning. That is just a temporary fix because they gaining back by eating too much. When they have those weight loss surgeries, they only supposed to eat a smaller
Four
portion. Then
ounces.
and all, you see them eating like,
Yeah. I
you
thought
know
they
what I
could
mean?
only
yeah,
eat like four
And they wonder
ounces.
why they so damn big, or why did the weight come back? Because you're not doing what you're supposed to do when you have weight loss surgery.
Yeah.
yes,
That's something different.
absolutely.
So I had lipo on my back. So no, my back is not going. I'm not gaining weight back there. I'm not gaining weight in my stomach. I'm just not. Them are the two places that I had. I had lipo on my back and my sides, and my
Mm-hmm.
stomach. I had a tummy tuck. She cut it off.
And Dreamy Girl says, I know gastric weight loss patients gain it back. You know something? And
That's
Feed just kind of touched this real quick for a split second. Because that's another thing about actually it's two things I'm gonna say. One is when you get it for weight because of a weight problem, right? What people don't realize, not y'all in the chat, I'm talking about those that get it because of a weight issue, is that when you go get surgery for a weight problem, you will not be able to maintain the weight of the surgery with the same
Uh,
the same actions as before you got the surgery. And some people do not do a mental check, that you're going to have to change some things within action to maintain something. You want to get mad at the doctor like, oh, you must ain't do it right. No,
mm-hmm.
you know how you walked out the doctor's office, but within a year, as soon as you was able to, or your stomach was strong enough, you went right back to every cake, every pie, every this, every that. And so a lot of people, and I'm telling y'all why I wanted to touch on this story is because I have dealt with these experiences as far as I know people, firsthand, and every case was different. You know what I'm saying? It, like Felicia said, it's different names for different types of these surgeries or whatever. You got the lipo, you got the and keep in mind, y'all, even though people get these things for different reasons, the same way you can get either or for cosmetic reasons, you can also get either or for health reasons, right? So it truly go hand in hand no matter which one it is. But let me say the second point when it comes to how certain surgeries are considered cosmetic, when it's about how you want to feel when you look in the mirror versus is you getting it because you're healthy. Y'all know what I'm trying to say here. So one thing that I do want to point out, and I am an advocate for, that we should love ourselves and stuff like that, and of course, as women, whatever. But we also have to be clear that it's very few people in the world that don't do something, whether it's evasive or it's something low key, whether it's getting your ears pierced and having three or four holes in your ear, or a tattoo, or whatever it is that makes you feel however you want to feel. Some is just less evasive than others, is truly all it is. But I want to say this. One thing that people, and this, I'm not speaking on Miss Felicia case. I'm speaking on, I know that this can be a case. Um, One thing I have realized too, when it comes to cosmetic surgery and health, right? Um, I'm not sure what happened to hey brother Esco. I was in your bushes for a second while I was on live. Quiet as kept. I was over here sneaking and geeking. I was sneaking and geeking. Shout out to brother Esco, the disciple. If you haven't locked into brother Esco, please go subscribe, go like, go share, tap into some wonderful content. He go live on Sundays at 7 o'clock, and he always dropping amazing shorts that inspire me when I get up in the morning. He's like a piece of motivation to my day. He don't take away from it, he add to it. God bless that brother. Y'all tap in, brother Esco. You the truth. Love you bunches. This is something I wanted to say that was very important to when it comes to cosmetic surgery and versus the health surgery. A lot of people look at cosmetic surgeries as it has nothing to do with health, right? In a physical form. But there is something that nobody ever mentions when it comes to a cosmetic surgery. And again, I ain't speaking about the beautiful lady on my panel. We know her reasons and her story, but that everybody's story isn't hers. You understand? So let everybody know this. Health is health, right? And health is greater than just the physical form, right? There is now I'm about to take you on a short walk. Don't nobody lose me real quick. Y'all know how I break on get that acting up in here. Now be advised, my brothers and sisters, that as we look at cosmetic surgeries as something that changes the physical, features and things of that nature, but we forget that sometimes cosmetic surgeries does tie in to a particular health concern, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what that is. It's mental health. But don't let me lose you. Don't let me lose you, family. What I mean by this is affect mental health is because, baby, if you get in a car accident and fuck your face up, you got to get cosmetic surgery. You understand? You might not have to get cosmetic surgery to heal or to live to see another day, but to actually look like a normal person or back to yourself would require perhaps plastic surgery, right? Also, if no offense to somebody's parents, but I mean, let's say here, some people are more attractive than others. That's not my fault. However, there is some people, it's in spite of, their beautiful parents, may be insecure about certain things. I'm gonna tell you, I we know with black folk, one of the somebody in a chat name, what's the one thing that if you ask most black people if they could change something, besides of course I ain't talking about women with butt and stuff like that. I'm talking about just throughout the history of life. What is that one body part that's always tied to a black person? Anybody know?
Yep, they stomach.
Does anybody got a gander? Because if you don't, I'm gonna tell you. Think of Michael Jackson.
Yep, his
It's
skin.
that, there you go, Shelley. It's that dang on nose.
No.
And I say that to say, back in the day, and not so much now, because a lot of people are embracing their African heritage and their heritage of other lands, because we ain't all from Africa just because we're black. But that's another story for a different day. However, noses, y'all, noses. Back in the day, that was one of the biggest complaint that will tear a black person down. Your big ass nose. Look, like, yo, black people could not stand having a wide nose. And if I'm telling y'all now, if people had the funds that are accessible today, if they were that accessible back then, child, everybody would have followed suit with Michael Jackson. Maybe not that far, but look, I'm telling you, Mike himself could not deal with Joe Jackson's nose on his face. It was mental. He did not want to look in the mirror and see Joe Jackson. Do you hear me when I'm trying to tell you? Sometimes it's mental. Now he ain't want to he go under that knife. He was cool doing a robot with his afro, y'all, chilling. But the abuser's nose, do you understand, was like his. He had to look in the mirror and see. He didn't see. Catherine had a like kind of like a tight nose. Y'all see how the girls' noses is or whatever. They kind of tight. All that went in shape just for plastic surgery. If you look at Catherine's nose, she does not have wide nostrils. She has kind of like thin nostrils, right? I don't want to really call it point, you know what I'm saying? But she doesn't have she got a little European in her nose. You feel me? Straight like that. But Joe, oh no, 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 no. Michael Jackson did not want to, he would rather look in the mirror and not know who was the man in the mirror, versus having to look in the mirror and see Joe Jackson's nose on his face. Now I said sometimes it's mental. This is the man that done beat you from here to South Kalamazoo. Do you hear me? Then had you standing in line and beat you out your sleep to do the robot. Get up! You understand? Joe Jackson had him on his feet early mornings. All he had in the world was a little mice to play with, as a friend, a little tiny mouse. Y'all seen the movie. What I'm telling you is sometimes cosmetic surgeries might not be because you have to have it, because you're gonna lose your life if you don't have your eyebrows raised or your nose fixed. But sometimes it's a mental health reason why some people wanna get some things done. So, I ain't talking to the women who was already beautiful and your butt was just fine. And I'm sure Miss Fifi was too. I ain't gonna leave her out now. I ain't gonna leave her out. Her booty was probably bootying before all that. But what we're saying is everybody ain't got the same story. And I'm sorry. But if I was Michael, I wouldn't want that nose either. Not because
Right.
it's wide, but because it's Joe's nose.
Exactly. And Joe already mentally fucked me up. So why do I want to look in the mirror and see Joe every day?
Straight like that. I
You
just
know what I
wanted to
mean?
give y'all an example of what I mean by it could sometimes cosmetic surgeries is a health issue, when it could make you want to take your own life or whatever, because you have to look at your abuser in the mirror every day because he look like you. I'm just saying, sometimes my mind just go a little bit deeper than the surface level. And I use that as an example, but it's anything like that. Like you have people that get picked on. I think it's so funny. I read a story yesterday which was absolutely hilarious. Let me tell y'all something funny. Now, look, I'm gonna make it quick, short, and sweet, right? Now, throughout this saga, what's the one thing people always picking on me? Oh, my little bunny rabbit teeth. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Look, free my teeth. However, y'all, I'm always doing what I do, right? So I was going to make a short that was about having buck teeth, a funny short, because y'all know that's the type of way I play the game.
Absolutely.
However, because I was looking for a funny short to do about buck teeth, I don't mean to tell y'all all my business, but we family. Now I'm looking for this short to do on buck teeth, and ran into this true story, y'all, of this little boy, right? Who is not funny, but it was funny as hell. If y'all see the picture, oh my god. He would get picked on because he had buck teeth, right? And I mean, oh my God, y'all, there's no way to describe it. You'll have to just Google the story. They were freaking huge. So when they showed, they said, well, look at him now. And so they show him a couple years later, after going to the dentist and, getting some work done or whatever. And even though I thought they looked the same, it was like he seemed more confident. So that's all that mattered. You know what I mean? Like the cause of what he looked like could have caused him to want to unalive himself one day,
Right.
because all he did was get picked on by something that didn't bother him, but he might have couldn't handle that it bothered the rest of the world. That's mental,
Yeah, that's mental. That's
you
mental.
know.
But you have to be
So yeah.
mentally prepared for this type of surgery, because when I tell y'all it's not for the weak, and it's not for the damn strong either. Let me just put it like that. It's not for the weak, the strong, whatever you want to call it, because it makes your mind plays tricks on you. There is a thing, you go through 4 different cycles when you have this surgery. Uh, I got to get the paper, but one of them is depression. Uh, because you start thinking about, why did I do it? What reason did I do it for? It makes you have all these different thoughts, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had that. See, I should have had this ready before I came on here, because it is good. But I'm gonna get it. I'll probably get it before we end the live. But it give you an idea of what your body's gonna go through, what you're gonna experience. Now, mind you, I stayed in the Dominican 3 weeks, almost a month. They only require you to stay down there for 12 days, 12 to 14 days, 2 weeks. You used to could go have surgery and come home in a week. People started dying. People started having complications. They changed the laws. So it was a requirement. 12 days was the minimum you could stay. That's the minimum that you had to stay. That was a requirement. Or they're not giving you the paperwork to leave the country. So because you got to get a letter. Now, when you get ready to leave, your doctor got to get a letter say you are well enough to get on the plane, for them to put you on the airplane. For you to get on the
Mm.
airplane, you still have to get approval from your doctor. And when you get there, they want to see that letter. So when you get there, you got to have an address, a place to stay. They got to know why you're here, what you're doing here. So it's a lot of other things, right? So mind you, now I'm in recovery. I'm at the surgery house. I'm having 2 or 3 massages a day, right? Massages are expensive. They're very expensive in the States,
Mm-hmm.
to how much they cost over there. But anyway, at the recovery
Mm-hmm.
house, it was so many massages that came with it, but then I wanted to pay for my own. Then there's a thing that called the hyper chamber. Do anybody know what that is? It is a vault they put your body in to help you heal faster. Does anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about?
You said it's a what they put you in?
A hyper, let me get the name. Hyperventilated chamber. Hold on.
Hey, humble, love you.
It's a hyperbaric chamber therapy. So it is like you know how when you get ready to go have MRI. Sometimes you know how you lay on the thing and go in the machine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, when you got hey,
Right
your
now,
whole
yeah.
body in there.
So y'all know. See the people in that putting it in there. Hey, humble me. Yeah, for
Yeah.
oxygen. Yeah, dreaming for oxygen. So they have these things, but it costs extra for you to pay for these things. It is to help your body heal faster.
Oh.
Your body heal faster. So they offer a lot of things, and the reason that I'm saying that, take advantage of that. Pay for that. Put that in your budget. It can only help you. It can only help you, and it can decrease complications. It can decrease complications. So let me tell you. So
Apps.
mind you, I got a drain on. Um, hold on, let me see, because I can pull up some of these pictures. So I had a drain. That's another reason I stayed. I wanted to come home without nothing. All I wanted to do was come home with my fire. I ain't want to come home with no drain. I ain't want to come home with no tools. I ain't want to come home with nothing. That's why I stayed long as I did, to make sure that and if anything happened, I'm there with the doctor. Because when you come back to the States, it's hard for a surgeon to look at you after you done left the country and went out. They don't want to touch you in the States sometimes. Because you went
Right.
out the country and had surgery. The people in the States don't be
That's
wanting.
just like a mechanic. You let somebody else work on your car, then bring it to them. There. Uh-uh.
Let me see. Somebody asked me something. They call me Bugs Bunny. Fee, do you feel the way you look or the way you were? Fee, do you feel the way you look or the way you were? I feel the way I was. If I'm saying that right, because you're saying, do I feel the way I look now, or do I feel like the way that I was before? Because I feel like I feel the way that I felt before I had surgery. I still, again, all it did was, because you got my confidence already high. It was already high because I'm just that type of person. It's just me, right? So all this did was add more mojo to it.
Right.
It didn't take nothing away. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a takeaway for me.
That's dope.
There wasn't a takeaway. It just like I'm already confident in who I am. So even with the stomach, I was confident. But if I had the opportunity to get rid of it, yes, I'm getting rid of it.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me go where I can see you. There you go. I'm back here rocking the banners and stuff for the chat. And thank you all, by the way, for everybody that's here and tapping in with us. It is a wonderful build. And thank you, Miss Ashley too, that came up here, and Miss Felicia, of course, who is still up here with me. I just want to stop real quick and thank you all for being here, for real, for real. It's been great building with the chat. Y'all been so active, and it's just dope. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all rock stars straight like that. This my question. Um, um, Now, not for nothing, but I want to back up real quick and say, now with the 20 stacks, because I know you had. The reason why I'm about to ask this question is because throughout you telling us the story, there is a lot of cost. Like it's a lot of. I don't know if y'all been listening, but we talking about blood. We talking making sure you got blood on deck. We talking about making sure you got massages on deck, making sure that you got a nurse and somebody who can care for you after the fact on deck. We're talking about a lot of care. We talking about meds, all of that. We talking about flights. We talking about all of this. We talking about the stay, all of this. So this is my question. Now you had to already come there with 20K. Just what I'm now about the 20K. Did that Was that just for the doctor, or was that what you needed to cover whatever you was gonna be needing to cover?
That's what I needed to whatever I was gonna cover.
Gotcha. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Makes perfect sense. Makes
But it
perfect
got
sense.
expensive, but it got more expensive when I got home. Because the aftercare cost damn near more than the surgery.
Okay. Well, let me
And
ask you this that I never had got to ask you. So when you came out of surgery, now that you did get to tell us what it was like building up to that point, and all of those steps and what you would need, all these costs and all of this stuff. Can you let us know a little bit about because I remember from your other live when you was talking to us about, the changing of drains and just the actual upkeep of that healing process. But can you start with telling us of the first moment after surgery that you felt pain? Like, can you was like, I don't know if pain didn't come to maybe later on after in your recovery and you stayed medicated, or how does that work? But is there a moment where it hit you like, hold the fuck up, what in the hell happened to me? Did you have one of those moments?
I
Like,
did
damn it, take it back, dear Lord.
when I got
Did you
home.
have to call on Jesus at any time during this process?
When I got home. When I got home. And
Ah,
I believe that happened because I had a 5 hour layover in Miami. So my
ooh,
yeah. So mind you, I'm on a plane from the DR to Miami, but I got to stay in Miami for 5 hours and then take the plane back to Vegas. Right. So at this point, I'm on my own. I don't have nobody with me. I'm by myself. Right. So when I was
mhm,
there, I stayed highly medicated, kept my pain pills on deck, slept most of the time. If I wasn't getting a massage, if I wasn't going to do, my post op with the doctor, uh, if I'm not doing none of that stuff, because I had to get clear just to close the faja, because you just can't close your faja up, right? You just can't close it up. You just can't wear ab boards. You got to heal. Certain things got to take place just for you to even close your faja. It's like certain steps to this shit.
uh-huh,
So when I got ready to come home, by this time I'm in my stage 2 faja, because they put you on a stage 1, because there are stages to this shit. It's another thing. People
so
just do
what
it.
stage one? What was stage one?
Stage 1 is when you first get out of surgery and they put you in a faja and they leave
And
it open.
ah,
They leave it
gotcha.
open. You just wrapped up with bandages and stuff like that. You just wrapped up. I'm trying to let me see if I can pull some. I want to pull some pictures up for y'all.
Was that uncomfortable being wrapped?
Very uncomfortable. It's this is one of the most uncomfortablest things, Tiff, that you will ever do. And I always said that I would never do it again. That I would never go back and have another surgery, which I lied because I am going back. Um, I'll tell you about that later. But
Hey y'all, chat. Don't let us forget that. That might be our last question of the evening. There, y'all. Somebody stick with me. Don't let us forget to ask Miss Fee about that now. Damn it.
people be like, well, why and for what? Anywho, so they put you in your stage 1 faja, and you can't close it until the doctor check you. You know, they check the sutures because you cut from damn near hip to hip, right? That's how your cut look. But you use this type of top powder that they only sell down there. Then this manuka honey you could use. I use triple antibiotic for everything, y'all. So I use a lot of antibiotics. So my skin kind of healed pretty quickly, to where I was able to. I want to say within a week I was able to put an airboard on, close my faja up. I was in my stage 2. So your stage 2 faja is when you get it tapered. So with your faja, you buy it to fit your legs, like you the way they measure you is your legs, your thighs, because you get that part taken in 2 centimeters on each side. So you
Mm.
get it taken in. I had an ab board in the front, ab board in the back, and pad and I wrap in a wrap. So I got ab board in the front, ab board in the back, and I got a band wrapped around. Plus I got the faja on. So I got
Oh,
all this stuff on, y'all. And the reason that
you
I got
gotta.
out, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't want this to go too far up in the chat. Miss Cancer 66, shout out to you, baby girl, has a question. And hey, Miss Donna, she says, I've been listening in, but I think I must have missed you saying, how long did you stay in the DR recovery, and did you have drains in when you came home?
Nope, I stayed for 3 weeks and I did not have no drains. That's why I stayed long. That's why I stayed long. Even though my drains were gone My drains were gone now probably almost week 2. They were gone. They were
Wow.
gone, but I got massages, so they would drain me. So not only that, this is part I'm getting up to. So now I'm in my stage 2 high. I got my pillow because you got to buy the pillow. The pillow kind of it works. Nah, you can sit on your ass. Your ass ain't gonna go flat. Your ass ain't. That's just a myth. Say you like it was girls on a plane sitting on their knees. You could just tell you just went and had surgery. They sit on their knees because they scared to sit on their butt. You can sit on your goddamn butt because the damn fluff fairy ain't came yet. So you can sit on your goddamn ass. And when the fluff fairy come, that means you got to feed the fat. You feeding the fat all type of vegetables, green vegetables, shit like that. You feeding the fat, so that means your ass can start fluffing out. You start feeding the
Mm.
fat, so your ass can start fluffing. So you sitting on your butt ain't gonna hurt your butt. I don't know why people think that, but the pillow is for the cushion. The pillow was for the cushion because you are in pain. So when I got back to the States, when I got home, this is when everything hit me like a fucking Mack truck. It hit me like a Mack truck. And when I say it hit me like a Mack truck, I fell to my knees. I fell to my knees. I screamed. I hollered. It's like nobody could hear me. It was like nobody heard me. I'm crawling out of my room. I'm on the floor, literally on the floor, crawling. My back is on motherfucking fire.
Mm.
When I say fire, it is. My back was on fire probably the first 3 months.
Mm.
I'm talking about literally on fucking fire.
Woo-wee.
I'm in
I
so much.
guess there's no need to ask on a scale of 1 to 10. It sound like it was about the at a 10.
No, it's about at a 30. Fuck a 10. Uh, I don't even smoke weed. My son started making me brownies with marijuana in them. He started making me those. My pain was so bad, the pain medicine wasn't working. So he started making me them. That just made me sleep. But then I wake up, I'm right back in that same pain. I remember when I crawled on that floor, I opened that door. I went to my daughter's door. I just started beating on the door. I'm like, please help me, take it off me, take it off me. I just took everything off. I wanted that shit off of me. And when I came from out of that shit, y'all, it felt like I'm talking about like my body was burning. It was like I wasn't normal. Like your body, you could tell that something just happened to me. You could tell that my body just took on a real traumatic experience, which it did. Because my body just got taken all the way apart and put back together.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
I just had some shit done to me. Like people be talking about a C-section. A C-section ain't shit compared to this. This you ain't got this ain't shit compared. Your C-section is a breeze. Okay? This,
What?
this right here came with back pain, sad pain, stomach pains. Not only that, y'all, I had to find me a masseuse in Las Vegas, right? So I found me a lady that could massage me. Man, you massages is expensive. I told my children how to do the massages. I told my kids how to do it.
Hold
Okay?
on, Miss Felicia. You actually about to ask somebody's question, but I didn't want it. That is exactly what I wanted you to tap into. But before you do that, someone y'all, I'm reading your questions. I may forget who asked what. Don't hold me, but I do remember what you're saying. I think it was Dreamy Girl. That had asked why did they leave it open. What is the point when you said you was in stage 1 of it and you said that's when they leave it open.
They leave it open so the wound can get air and can heal, start to begin to heal. That's why they leave it open. You're still wrapped up. So it's like a, let me see. Let me see, y'all. Hold on.
Is it like when you get a tattoo?
Yep, because they put like well, over my incision, she put a, let me show you. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all so you can see. Because you couldn't be closed up out right away, y'all. You can't close it up right away. Because mind you,
Oh.
close your faja. This means you when you get ready to close, when you get ready to close it, that's because you're ready to put everything in place. In the beginning, you ain't ready for that. You're not ready for that right away. You got to give your body time to heal some before you can just close it up. Does that make sense? Kind of like does y'all? If y'all picturing what
Oh
I'm saying.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Especially if you think of any wound, like as even as a child, like if you scrape your knee or whatever, your mom would give you that bandage for the first, day or two, but
Then you gotta
then
let it get some
you
air.
asking for another one. She like, no, let it get some air now. It done healed enough underneath the band-aid. Now let it get some air. So
Yes,
that's what that reminds me of. Only
yes,
I guess they just instantly started you that way with
yes.
the air, healing process.
Yeah. So the stage one for high is it's not tight like like a stage two or a stage three. It's not tight. If that makes sense. It's more of a just like a stretchy piece of cloth of it's a faja, but it's not, it doesn't have any what I'm trying to say, y'all. No spandex, no compression in it. It doesn't have really no compression in it. Stage two and up have compression because that's what
Mm.
a faja for is, for compression. That's why a lot of people's stomachs still be big because they don't compress.
Oh, and Treasure, when you was about to get into the talking about the massages, I was going to let you know that I want you to tell us about the massages, and because Treasure wants to know, what was it painful getting those
Yeah.
massages?
Yes. Yes. In the beginning, they are very painful. Yes, you want to take a pain pill first. You want to take they recommend you take a pain pill because man,
Mm,
they massaging your body, and because they're making sure all the fluids come out, so your body doesn't
mm.
get necrosis, fibroids, and blood clots. They massage all of that extra fluid out of your body. Let me see if I can get to something so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Might be a little graphic, but I'm gonna show you.
Hey,
Uh,
we loving it. We
Let me show y'all. But yes, but so I end up teaching my children how to do it because they were expensive, and it was only limited people here in Vegas that did them. Then I found this girl that does them all the time. They did them all the time, and she started giving me a deal. But I ended up teaching my kids how to do it, and I ended up buying my own massager. Not only that, I learned how to drain myself, meaning I ordered needles, big needles, because they have to be a certain size, long needles, almost like horse needles.
uh
And I would
uh
stick myself,
uh.
and I would drain the fluid out of
See,
my
now
stomach.
you are not talking my language. Oh my God, cringe.
That's why I say it's more than what people think. Yes, the shit looks good after so long,
Hold
right?
up. Is you telling me hold up, wait, y'all. Y'all know when you hear something and your whole body is just, oh my God. Y'all, it's one thing of talk about needles, but then when you start describing them as big ass needles, like, oh my God. And you had to do this yourself.
I had to do it
Uh-uh.
myself. I learned how to do it myself because you
Uh-uh.
can tell when there's fluid.
I can't do.
You can tell when you got extra fluid on your stomach. So like on here, so you see my stomach. So you
Yes.
see my stomach. So I would stick myself right here in the middle, right, like right up in there, because it will pudge, and you could tell if your stomach jiggle right there, that's fluid. That's fluid in your stomach. Hold on. So you had
Mm.
that's fluid in your stomach. Hold on, y'all. Wait, let me get to the nitty gritty. Cause that was
And
after.
Miss Cancer, while you're pulling that up for us, Miss Cancer says, Felicia, is it safe to say that people shouldn't try and pinch pennies when it comes to this surgery? Either you have
Absolutely.
all the money
Absolutely.
to do it or you don't.
That you bet. Absolutely. 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 If you cannot fulfill the aftercare, if you cannot take care of yourself afterwards, do not get the surgery. Plain and simple. If you cannot take care of yourself afterwards, don't get it. And another thing is, see, like everything is included in the states. In the DR, you pay for everything. It's like a la carte. Everything is
Mm.
individually paid for. It's like a la carte. You know how when you go to a restaurant, don't no
Uh-huh.
tax come with it. Everything's a la carte. Macaroni, biscuits, that's all. Everything's a charge.
Yep. Everything.
It's a charge. So yes, if you are not financially ready, do not take your ass across the fucking border. Now, the best bet to do is what they do here in the States, care credit. When you paying a monthly, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't do that neither, but it is what it is.
Right, because damn, like I'm sorry, I would not want to like get a surgery and make payments on it or something like that. Because honey, you don't want a doctor to feel like, well, child, you ain't gonna pay. Like, look, I'm sorry. I don't even think I want to deal with a doctor that gonna take payment plans because, auntie, I don't want to hope. Hold on one second, y'all. Look, I don't want to hope that you gonna do me right and hope that I pay you your money. Like, I can't trust it. We gotta pay it in full, baby. If you can't pull a Fifi, then just come, just you just gonna have to do something else. Hold on one second, y'all. Fifi, you can talk to him for just a
Let me
second.
see. Let me see here. It says my daughter had lap band surgery in Dallas, but had to have everything removed because it was messing with her testings. Wow. Sorry to hear that. I'm glad you were able to have it removed before condition worsened. Yep. But they leave it open. Oh, okay. Well, I answered that one. Let me see. Yep, yep. You're looking. Yes, looking backwards, talking to the driver. Let's see. Nope, I didn't have a treasure. Nope, I didn't have. Thank you, Dreamy Girl. Nope, I didn't have. My drainage. Nope, they. Nope, my drain got out. Once they was out, they was out. Dreamy. Let me. I'm gonna show you the one I had in. Hold on. Let me get to the picture, y'all. Because this was 2019. So let me get there. I'm in this damn phone. Um, I'm about to show y'all.
Mama Three said her C-section was hellacious. She said she knows she can't get no other surgery. If you said a C-section ain't nothing in comparison.
It is not. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about telling y'all when I was on that float crying for my life, I prayed to God like, why? I talked to God like, what did I do? Why did I do that? I'm like, get this shit off me. I was like, take it away, please, take it away. I was like, just put my stomach back. Just give me the motherfucker back.
Treasure said, "Do you have a did you have a lot of drainage tubes and was it a hassle changing them?"
No, I just answered that for her. That yep, I had the one
Oh,
drain.
okay.
And it,
Okay, I was away from the
was,
phone. My bad. Okay.
yep, it was.
I ain't want you to think I forgot about your treasure, baby.
No, we got your treasure. Yep, it was one drain up, and it wasn't like sometimes if it get clogged, they just come clean it out, clog it out like that. But that's about it. For the most part, I didn't have any complications. You guys, it was just painful. It just hurt. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That shit hurts. It hurts like hell. Okay,
Mm.
it hurts. That shit hurt, and my stomach still numb right now today. 5 years later.
It was the looking straight forward in the camera while she said it.
I wish.
Is it supposed to be?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said that's normal. My stomach is numb right now.
Oh
Five
wow.
years later, you guys.
Dreamy Girl said your stomach look good.
Thank you, boo.
And
But
she
yeah,
also said thank you for being transparent.
absolutely, y'all. That's what we here for. We came to have a conversation, right? We came to have a. We even got a guest to come up, and
Yes.
she sent me a private message that said that she had an important call and she was happy to help and save someone if possible.
That's
The that
wonderful.
was up here. She
And
said,
I do want to say this, you guys, that's so important. Just as a recap of where we are right now, is that the purpose that is so beautiful of the story Miss Felicia's telling us and the details of it is because a lot of people can tell you their botch stories, y'all, and how a doctor has screwed them up, or there's plenty of stories like that, and just like there's successful ones. But what I love about this is that you get detail of preparation that has nothing to do with a doctor or this, that, or the third. It's about just getting to where you can even do the surgery. It's details about preparing for what you really need to not have to wing it. You understand? So a lot of people wing it after surgeries. They, you know what I'm saying? Like they pay for the procedure to get done, maybe be able to pay for some meds or something like that. But you have a lot of people that do not pay, and I can tell you I know this personally because if you would just Google on YouTube, I watched the lady who was taken care of by her boyfriend and a couple of homegirls that did, and it was just so funny watching them care for her. It was absolutely comedy, y'all. But sometimes you dealing with the people around you. You know what I'm saying? That has to help you, a friend, a mother, and that's not as what's the word I'm looking for, as educated in the health field or whatever that it requires to care for someone that had such major surgeries. Is more than just dishing out your meals because you can't cook because you got a broken foot or something like that. We're talking about needing regular massages to keep fluids out. We're talking about actual things that people might not consider when they lose their life behind surgeries. That is why this is so important, because we're able to see someone have a successful one because of successful steps that were
Mm-hmm.
taken to clear that up, to make sure that everything was how it needed to be, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't no shortcuts. So I think this kind of stuff is so important because we know a lot of people who like, oh yeah, I'm the shit because I can actually pay for the procedure. I might got the money to pay for the flight to get the procedure and come back home. But when you start factoring in, okay, do you have the money for your meds? Do you have money for someone to care for you right after surgery? When you barely want to move and you can't do nothing for yourself or whatever, do you have someone that can get to this other country? Like, there's things that you have to afford. Masseuses, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if masseuses a word, y'all. We'll
Yes,
just
I'm
say you
sure.
have to have a
Yeah.
masseuse.
So
Look,
look,
look, I don't want none of the literature and
okay, I hope they don't.
language people coming for me. But yes, these are very important things that people who are interested in this. I'm not here to do this live because I want to steer somebody away from something or to anything. It is to bring awareness for those that may be interested. You know what I'm saying? There's things you might didn't think of before this interview that, like, oh, okay, because if you don't do your homework on the doctors or whatever, you might not even be told everything that you really need to heal and whatever. Some doctor, once their job is done, you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Once I done did what I did, I tell you what meds, but everything else you got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It can be like that if you go to certain countries or just places that'll do it, but you don't do no homework on it. You could end up not here. So it's bigger than just trying to tell the world, love yourself, don't get no surgeries. There's people who is going to do it for one way or another, and those people deserve being reached out to as well, in a matter of, well, hey, my sister, if this is something that you may come across in your life, at least consider this, at least consider that, you know and I think those are very important. Fifi, I heard you say earlier you're playing.
So, see, I love you.
I love you so much. Good
Tiff, you cut out. Y'all, I know why y'all saw that picture I just put up there. I hope that she don't get, because that, I heard you say earlier you planning to go back, whatever, before breast augmentation. Yep, I'm getting a lift. I'm not getting implants though, raw truth. I don't want nothing foreign. And I'm gonna do probably she might do it or she might not do it, but I'm gonna see if she'll do a lipo 360 for me.
So is that what we discussing? What your next one you thinking of?
Okay, so wait a minute, y'all. Cause I just showed I had put my ass up there. I don't know if I hope you don't get in trouble for it too. I had showed a picture. So anyway, this is how my suitcase started off, right? This is how it starts off with pads, band-aids, tape, all the little bitty stuff, right? That you this is how the suitcase started off, right?
Hmm.
These are all the medications I had to take. This is before surgery. Before. Okay,
Good Lord.
before surgery. That's why I say some people don't do all this thing that they need to do. And these were 1 day women vitamins. Let me tell you what they are. 1 day women vitamins, iron pill, vitamin B12, B complex, vitamin C. I took those before surgery, y'all. Okay, so hold on. Hey, when you get down here, where you come from? You got your hair washed? Yeah.
Dreamy girl said I wouldn't make it. What you wouldn't make, Dreamy girl?
Dreamy, Dreamy, like I just ain't gonna be able to do it, Felicia. Okay, hold on, y'all, because there's so many pictures up in here, y'all. So wait a minute, because my suitcase started off like that, but I would just packing stuff. I would just buy stuff every week, making sure I got everything. So then it ended up like this. You see, I got the blower in there that you blow. Because you got to do it. You do all this stuff. They give you instructions on what you need to do to make sure you want to make sure you straight. You see what I'm saying? You got to make sure you straight before a doctor makes sure you straight. You got to make sure you got everything. You got to make sure you're doing everything for you before you get to the doctor, right? Long as you know you're doing everything you're supposed to do, everything should be smooth sailing. That's just how I feel about stuff, right? So this was my stomach before surgery. This is how it looked. This was after I lost the weight. This is how my stomach looked.
Oh, your stomach looked good then.
That's what I mean. It was just to me though. You know what I mean?
I
To
feel
me,
you. I feel you, baby.
just to me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, and I had somebody, as y'all know what that is, the Habakkuk cleanse, the stuff you wash up before surgery with. Because see, this is what I had to use before I even had surgery. Why? Because you can't use their water over there. You can't put no water. You know why you can't use their water? Because it has all that bacteria in it. Because remember, they don't have the system like we have. Like when you flush your toilet, when your water go down to go, they don't have that. So you can't even let this shit touch your body. You gotta have your own
Mm.
stuff. Bromelain. You gotta take that. I got the Manuka honey, right? I got all of that.
So where is it? Where did you have to get your water from?
I bought my own case of water from the store.
Oh,
Yeah,
like you just saying you wasn't able to use like no, of course no tap, no nothing like that.
none of that. Nope, not on my body. I couldn't wash up
Yeah.
until I got home. Till I got home.
Right.
Yep. And then I still couldn't sit in the water. You still can't sit in the water. I could
Uh-huh.
shower so bad, but I can't sit in the water.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
How
no.
long after surgery was it till you was able to actually, not have to just shower and stuff?
So I
But
want to say probably 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks after I got home. Then I sat in the water.
oh,
3 weeks.
okay.
From then I was showering, but I had to keep my wound covered.
Yes.
Covered.
Even when you're showering, you still
Oh, yeah, okay.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How many
So
wounds did you have open at one time?
I just had that, but and plus the lipo holes, the holes for the lipo, right?
Right.
Let me show you the one back here. Let me show y'all. Wait a minute. Hug. You want to get up here? Oh, you got your mommy camera. She is gonna get your little ass up.
And I thank you, Miss Fee, for answering like anything that I ask. If you're not comfortable with you just tell me what you want. Like
Yeah,
no pressure.
yeah. No, we good. Yeah, we good. See, this is me bringing my faja, ordering my own faja, because I bought my own stuff as well, so I can have, even though I didn't have to use it till later. My pads, you have to buy these pads because you bleeding, right? So them pads, the big blue pads like you would use, how they would have those. These are the ab boards right here. These are the foam boards right here. This is a foam board. These are the foam boards. They go on your sides. Okay. Let me
Mm.
see. Hold on, y'all. We gonna get to the nitty gritty. Hold on. This when I was in Miami. Okay, I got to Atlanta. Finally made it to the Dominican. So man, you look at their doctor office, y'all. Look how their doctor's office look. Look how this is how it looks over there. It don't look shit like here in the States. Uh, this the X-ray machine I was talking about, Tia. See how old that shit is?
Oh wow.
Y'all see how old this stuff is? Right? It is.
Wow.
Look, this is old and cold, y'all. This shit's so old. It is old and cold. It ain't nothing like. It ain't nothing. I'm telling y'all, it ain't nothing like you have here. Okay. So that's to I got to the recovery house. So this is my surgery sister right here. This is my surgery sister right here. She's getting
Oh,
ready to take.
y'all. Shout out to Fee for the details,
Yeah,
man.
that's my surgery sister. This is us right here, y'all. This is us, baby.
Aw.
Friends. Okay, that's us.
Shout out to the surgery sister.
So this is the little blue pill that they give you right here, y'all. This is the little blue pill. This is the magic pill right here. When you take the magic pill, you know your time is up. Your number is up. You take that pill, and the reason that I tell y'all, look, when I got so he got my crazy stuff to take the pill. Man, I did a video when I took the pill. I did this video right here. Look at me. The
Wow.
whole video recorded for a whole hour without me doing. I was out. Soon as
Oh my gosh. Look,
look,
I'm looking at you on two devices so I can see better. Oh my goodness. That had you woozy.
baby, I don't know what that's called. That's that real shit right there.
Child.
It recorded for 54 minutes without me knowing. Okay, so now we're going to do the markup, right? So now she's going to do the markup. So see, my butt is already big. Okay, let's be clear. Ass is
Okay,
already
okay,
so
okay.
needed a little contouring. Ass is already
Gotcha. Yeah,
okay.
you had a dump back there.
Ass is already big. Okay, just naturally got an ass. Okay, just put that out there.
Well,
Uh,
you saw it here first in the break room
okay, you
411.
started here first in the break room. So this is her mark in my stomach. Like she marked where she gonna do the, she
Uh-huh.
let's see. And this is Duran right here. This is my doctor. This is when I woke up. That's the drain. That's the drain right there. That's the drain that they had me on. Now this is gonna be a little ooky. So if you're ready, you're not eating, hold your stomach. So this is my ass. See all that blood? Y'all see all that fucking blood? So what happens is when they couture you or when you're getting a BBL, because they're taking the fat from other places to fill your butt in with your fat out of your body. So when people say you fake, you're phony, this is like checking in your bank account. I'm just removing checking to savings to checking. Okay? Okay. But that's that, right? They say, oh my God, I won't be able to take it. Okay. So
Oh, y'all, I was on mute the whole time I was squealing at that bitch. I was over here straight squealing, y'all.
look at this.
I'm glad I was on
You
mute.
don't, you don't want
Oh
to be,
my God.
see what I'm saying? It's like people be, you know, this
Oh
is, I'm
my
going to
God.
give you raw truth. I got to use your name. This is raw and uncut. Okay?
No, this is raw and cut.
Raw and
Shit. Good Lord.
let me see here. Okay.
Oh my God. Treasure said, is that a rag, Felicia?
Baby, I'm that's all the sponges they were using to get all the blood, Because the man when they massage you, all the blood drains out. Like you got all this extra blood, and this is what is draining out your body. This is remind you, I just got my body cut up. I just got cut up, y'all. I just got cut up. I just got inserted with some shit. It's a bunch of shit. Okay. So now
Wait, show the graphic picture again with the that I cringed on.
this one.
Uh, I can't even believe. Yeah, is that it?
Yep. See, so you see where the y'all are stupid.
It looks so
So
painful.
it is. So mind you, Because, so remind you, this is where they do the lipo. Like this, where she did her lipo is like up in here. Like this is where my lipo marks at, right? So when she take the fat out of my sides and out of my
Y'all, I'm
back,
still clenching my butt cheeks right now as we speak. I'm
she
still
talking about
clenching like I got to
the
do number two. That's how stressed out I am right now.
brain.
Oh
She said,
my God. Okay, that was my
she said
last
I'm
one.
in pain just by looking. Okay. So mind you, because when they do the lipo to take the extra fat out of your back and your sides, and when they get ready to couture you or give you a BBL, she does it different. This is why you can't tell, right, when it's done. Like you can't, I don't have marks now. Like I have those right here, but people don't even know what they is unless I tell you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can't, you really can't tell though.
Because they're not it's funny, I don't know if I ain't been paying attention to incisions or whatever the case may be, but because when you get that particular surgery, that's not always has to be the entrance area, right? Because that's the
Exactly.
first time I've seen it.
Some people do it
So
different. And
right,
that's
that's what
why
I
a
thought.
lot of people get fucked up too, because they can put it in the wrong place. You know what I mean? You can hit the artery, or you can put it.
Yes.
So you have to
So
again.
that makes so much sense because most of them that I have seen have been lower than way lower than where you showed, which is where you start being around organs and all kinds of different areas. And wow, that's why and some you see that are like around the stomach area, abdomen area, that may be a different type of surgery. But even when people are getting, fat injections or whatever the case may be, and you taking it out of different areas or however wherever it is you getting the suction from, it varies. So I'm like, wow, that makes so that is another great precaution that you took that I don't often see. That's good right there. So you got to be careful of where the incisions are going to be, you know what I mean? And that's smart. That's
See,
smart right
so
there.
remember how my butt looked at first? And I had the little spots and the little dents and all of that. And you see how she contoured it and it made it round and full?
Oh, well, I didn't see no spots and
It wasn't
dimples.
really like it, like, so, well, it wasn't
You
as round.
tried it. You tried it. Now I'm just
It wasn't round like that.
gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, it wasn't round like
Yeah,
that. But
we've
anyway,
all agreed in the chat that your butt was just fine before, but we get what you're saying. It wasn't contoured. You know what I'm
couture.
saying?
Couture,
You're
yeah.
right. You know.
Yeah. So that was me being contoured. Okay. Okay, let me show you this. But let me cover up this part. Hold on. So
And what she mean is her butt ain't come off the rack. It's couture.
it's
It's off
couture.
the runway. You
That's
feel
all.
me?
Yeah, yeah, couture. Okay. So this is afterwards. This is after it's been cut. My incision is where the white tape is.
Mm.
This is after I didn't had the tummy tuck. She did everything. It's done. That's where my incision is, and that's where the drain. The drain is in my coochie. The drain is in my cootie cootie.
Mm.
Okay, wait a minute, y'all. So that's how that looked. Let me see how. So I'm still in the DR, but as you can tell, that is going down. You see it? These are like just like a couple of days go by, go by, go by. It's
I'm
starting
sorry, the chat is retarded. Mama 3 said I'm going to the gym tomorrow. Sorry, I didn't mean to use the slight R word. I tried to catch myself, but y'all had me cracking up, child.
to.
Read these comments while be showing this stuff, child.
I know that better not be my dad you using. Girl, I'm gonna hurt her. I'm gonna hurt her. And your little baby just came there with that camera. He got your camera, so you better get him.
Treasure has a question that said, "What if you have keloid type skin? Would you mark up and keloid after surgery?"
That is a possibility. That is a possibility. You ain't got a towel or nothing, ma'am. So how you? Where? Oh, okay. I'm about to say, girl. Yeah, yeah, beloved. Playing with black dad in my kitchen. Okay. Let's see. Where they wash their hair at. She gonna talk about ask the chat where you wash your hair, right? Okay, let's see. Okay. I bet they be like their kitchen sink. Okay, hold on, hold on. Okay. Let me see what else do I got in here that I can show you guys. Let me see. Uh, what else is relevant? Oh, I showed y'all those marks. I showed y'all the marks up under my arms where they do the lipo. Let me see. You so silly. Yeah, that's black dye. Okay.
Lord,
Oh,
treasure
y'all.
of
I hope they
God.
don't. I hope they don't. Y'all done already. My coochie already across YouTube
Oh
anyway.
my God, do you have a entire
It's already on. It's already on YouTube anyway. So,
wait a second.
so you see the drain is in there, y'all. I ain't never seen that. You did see this. Y'all so stupid.
Okay, wait. Okay, that's a drain right there.
That's the drain inside my cootie.
Uh,
She's
uh,
talking about, oh, y'all is so silly. Look, my coochie already across the internet. So anyway, that's afterwards. But do you see how clean her cut is though? You see that little line, that tape? That's the scar. I'm gonna try to cover my little coochie up now. Y'all I gonna keep showing it. Tim, you probably gonna have to edit your video.
clearly,
They gonna get you for nudity, Tim.
I'm telling you. Oh my God, I'm dying. Well, you guys know where this video will be privated after this live. No, I'm just playing. I'm
You ain't
kidding.
got
Not
to for
edited.
just if you can blur it out. I just don't want you to get in trouble for it. If you can blur that out, what they gonna say? They didn't. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, this is for educational
This is for
purposes.
educational purposes. Exactly. This is for educational surgical purposes. They
Well,
told me
we
every
gonna be in trouble. I'm sorry.
Tim said, wait a minute. Okay, Tim said, wait a minute. Because she was like, wait, is that the coochie?
I, I ain't know what the hell was going
Is that the producing? Is that the producing? Oh, my who gonna say, oh my God, you're bold, Fifi. I could never have gone through this at all.
Y'all, somebody time Miss Fee other phone out for 85 cents. Y'all, the chat, y'all, is crazy. No peekaboo now, Mama 3. Ain't no peekaboo now.
Okay,
We are
nah. I
we
mean, we
all in
had
this
we had
together.
but nobody had y'all is so silly. I gave it to you raw right here. Ain't nobody got to sneak and get you ain't got to sneak and get it.
Break room medical after dark.
So this is the fire high. My stage. This is stage 2.
Mm.
See, it's closed up because I got the boards, and you see how many hooks it is. You see, the objective is to get all the way over there, all the way to the last hook. That's the objective to get to the last hook. That's the
Oh,
objective to get to the last hook.
okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know that. I did not know that.
yeah. That's the object. What you want? Oh, my other ring. Yeah. So that's the objective to get to that last hook.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Dang, you had some great patience and um all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So it was I'm just letting y'all know that it was a so that's how my scar was when I left, like that. So it wasn't my scar wasn't bad because now you can't even see my scar. Now you can't even see it. You can't even see it at all. Um so yeah, that's about it on the surgery part. Sorry y'all had to see my little cootie out there with the drain, but
Oh
you
nah,
sorry
um,
y'all. Sorry,
no,
sorry
it
y'all.
it was for medical purposes.
Yeah.
Like uh, I see that you was trying to show us the drain. And
Yeah,
I
where it
want
was stuck at, where it was sitting there. Yeah, I wasn't trying.
right,
I wasn't
yeah.
trying. I wasn't trying to.
Oh, we know. We definitely know.
And
You
see,
know,
but
we
now
still
my
had to
stomach
have a
look like
laugh
that.
out of it though.
Now my stomach look like that though.
Nice, nice, nice,
So see,
nice.
through that whole process, it ended up being well worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like through the whole
Yes.
process, like through the whole process. So it still end up, you know what I mean? It end up being well worth it, you guys. So
Now, this is one important question we gonna ask before we ain't gonna take up too much more of your time, and but this will probably be my last question. During this process after you got your surgery, how long was it before you was able to, now this is going a little bit deeper real quick. Shh.
because I
But
already know where you're going. Go ahead, go on, go. I know where you're going.
how long was it before you was able to be like physical with someone, or is that something that wasn't even really, you
Yeah,
know,
that's something you don't even think about. You don't even think about that tip. The pain is so bad you don't think about that. But they tell you to wait 21 days. I probably
21 days?
they tell you to wait 21 days. I probably waited 14.
Okay.
Yep, I probably waited
Y'all,
14.
that's the one thing she did ahead of schedule, ain't it, y'all?
So look, this is my transformation.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
So, that it is what it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just a process. I'm not, again, y'all, I'm not embarrassed for being a woman. I am not
Oh,
embarrassed of doing womanly things. Like, it's my body's what I was upset about is when people use my things for malicious intent. That's the
yes.
only reason that I had a problem with what had happened because of a person using it for malicious intent. Well, for stuff like this, I don't mind talking to women about this because it is what it is. You're asking me a question about a surgery, and I'm gonna answer all the questions to my best of my abilities. I'll be less than a woman and to tell you half the story when I can tell you the whole story, and I got the pictures to prove it.
Yes, and actually, that was a very great touch. I thank you for that because again, I asked in the beginning to paint me a picture, and you did exactly that.
Hmm.
Jen Trek said it's real life, and that's exactly what it is. This is real life. I found said this chat needs to stay up. Just blur it out later, Tip. Yes. And again, it that anything seen here is for entertainment,
Yes,
medical, educational
yes,
purposes, and for our this live here was definitely educational. So make no mistake about it. That is the only intent here on this live, was a wonderful, wonderful build. It was an inside look into plastic surgery, and I'm so thankful that Miss Felicia gave us this walkthrough and just told her story. I'm very, very grateful. This was a very, very, very blessed live. Miss Felicia, you already know that I love you, but I love you that much more for coming on here and being candid with me, being real with me, and being raw with me for real. I
absolutely,
think that you
absolutely.
are beautiful. I think I don't think, but I know that you were a story of success, and God bless that. Thank you for sharing your story, because just having a walkthrough and learning the process, women, does not mean that a decision is either wrong or right. It's
Mhm.
not about that. These things are a self choice. And
Right.
if a person, this is just one of many cosmetic surgeries that goes on around the world.
Yes.
And my advice is, as long as you are doing what you're doing for yourself and not for anyone else, not a man, not any
Exactly.
of that, but for yourself, that is what is most important. Make sure you cover all your cross your t's and dot your i's.
Yes.
Do your homework like
Yes.
Miss Fee did. She painted us a picture of leaving no stone unturned during this
Right.
process. So the most important thing here is not to tell anyone what not to do, but to say, if you make any of these choices, whether it's your body, your face, whatever it is, make sure you do your homework on the procedure. You're doing your homework on who's doing the procedure and all
Yes.
things that it will take to get you to full recovery at the end of it all is very, very important. And
Yes.
that is why I wanted this story told today. Is not a botch story of this is why you shouldn't get it. This
Right.
is, if you're going
Going
to
to get it.
make, yes, make sure that you are thinking of these things and not just the surface level of the procedure itself, but think about your recovery. Think about people who have loan money, y'all. Y'all know your boy, your comedian dude that recently had lost his wife or baby mama or whatever,
Yes, yes.
or whatnot. It
DC Young Fly.
Yes,
Yeah.
I could. I don't know what she paid or what. I do know I did cover her story, y'all, but I smokes the reefer, so I
Mhm.
can't give y'all the details of what a doctor name anymore and all of that. But what I can say is, I don't consider that these people seem to be broke. They seem to be working people, who made dough, who wouldn't you wouldn't think that she took any shortcuts herself, but somewhere something was missed, whether it was a health check of her own, somewhere some step was missed, to lead what was assumed as a perfectly healthy woman to no longer be with us. So that is why it is important, my friends, my sisters, my brothers, to do your homework,
Yes.
period.
Yeah.
Make sure you have your affairs in order, because just in case happens, just in case,
Yeah.
make sure you're weighing out the risk, and know that everybody is different. Just because someone else had a particular story don't mean yours will come with complications or not with complications. So know your body. Tell your doctors the truth about any ailments or underlying whatever. Do your research, take your test. Don't skip out on your life, because you only have one. If you're gonna get it, don't half-ass yourself, because every shortcut you take is a percentage off of your making it through. You know what I'm saying? Every time you cut a corner when it comes to something like this, you are taking a percentage off of getting through it and surviving it. So I want to thank Miss Fee. I'm gonna ask Miss Felicia, do you have anything you would like to add to the closing of this story?
I saw a couple of questions real quick.
Oh, okay.
Mama three, you so silly. She gonna say, not to be funny. One last question: do people have a smell after surgery? When you say have a smell, what is that? I don't know. Like, what type of smell would they have? I mean, you're full of blood. Blood smells. So I don't know. You're bleeding a lot. So I don't know. I don't think I had a smell that was not normal. I don't think I've had an abnormal smell. If that answered your question, I know it's just a lot of blood. Hey y'all. Hey elevated. Hey everybody that's coming in that said they stepping out the bushes. Why was
Hey,
y'all in the
everybody,
bushes?
love y'all.
Why was y'all in the bushes?
Right.
We in break
Y'all
room now.
know everybody family here. Hey, Miss Lady. Hey, to everybody coming in, and to anybody going out. Thank you for being here. To everybody that's
Yes.
coming in, welcome. Catch that replay. This has been such a wonderful bill. I think we still got a couple of questions I want to make sure we get out. I think Vet says, "How's your pain level now? Do you still have any pain
I don't.
anywhere?" Or
Nope. 'Cause I'm numb. Remember, my stomach is numb.
right. And she
It's been
said, "Did the
numb
pain
5 years
pain
later.
Did the pain pills ever become addictive?" Was
No,
also part of her
no,
question.
because I didn't, because a lot of times, because when so they gave us over there was tramadol, y'all, tramadol, the lowest dosage you could probably get. But people brought their own pills, which is a bad thing too, y'all. Let me say this: I forgot to touch on that, because people do bring their pills from the states, the perks, the Labitals, the what do they call them? The Vicodins and the stuff like that. But what you don't realize is that you can mix that medicine with the medicine they give you, and it messes you up. It causes complications.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna keep it real. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it with y'all. I promise you, I'm not gonna tell y'all no lies, no stories, and no bullshit. My son started
That's a
making me
great point.
brownies, y'all. He started making me those weed brownies. I had started taking those. Tell her yes. Text Ashley back and tell her, yeah, I told her I was over here with you. Um, it was somebody else that said so. Okay, Treasure said, Felicia, one important thing that you said was to make sure you have your aftercare situated. I'm glad you said if you don't have the aftercare money, then don't get the surgery. Wait and plan. Absolutely, you have to, Treasure. I planned this surgery, y'all, for like 2 years before I had the surgery. I planned it
Okay.
like 2 years before I had the surgery, y'all. I did. I did the work. I did the work. I did the work. I did everything that I was supposed to do. I didn't cut no corners. That's what I'm gonna tell. I didn't cut not nan corner.
Hey, Miss Lorraine, I seen you in earlier. I forgot to stop and speak. To anybody I missed, you know it's up and it's stuck, and I love y'all. And Shelly says, great interview tip, and thank you to Felicia. Hey, Amelia, love you so much, sweetheart. Love you, love you, love you,
Thank
love
you.
each and every one of y'all. I want to shout out the dope mods who have been holding the chat down, greeting and
Yes,
promoting and all of that y'all do so well. And y'all are a blessing to me. Shout out to my beautiful, wonderful mods. Shout out to the family that'll catch this replay after the fact. Shout out to everybody that pulled up from Fifi Way and over here from the break room way and supported both of us. It means the world to me.
yes,
And for sure, and for certainly, Miss Fee, you know I cannot thank you enough for
yes.
coming up
Thank
here,
you.
sharing your story with us. You are a blessing. I'm happy to know you. I think you are a beautiful, wonderful person, and I look forward to just hearing more of what your life. I think you're a woman with plenty to tell. And just got a lot of wisdom within you, and I look forward to learning more from you, building more with you, and collaborating, and just keeping these
Absolutely.
wonderful conversations up.
Yes,
I
yes.
thank you so much. Shout out to
Thank
Miss
you, God.
Felicia
Thank you so
Barnes.
much.
If we can, whoever's in this chat right now, the same way we open this thing up, if y'all don't mind, to drop your emojis down there, your hearts, your whatever, your tokens of love and affection
Thank
on
you,
this
guys.
wonderful lady for sharing her story. If we can just go out real quick, if you in here, if you're in the bush and can
I'm
come
in
down
the
and hit a
bushes.
heart, come on through. Come
Yes,
on
I'm in the
through.
bushes. Yes,
Throw
and
me some. Throw
and
me
listen,
some
y'all,
hearts down there.
and don't nobody listen. I want to tell y'all this before it even happened because we know what's gonna happen. So before it even happened, don't even tell me about who's sharing it, who screenshotted it, what they doing with it. It doesn't matter because we know why we did it. We know what we did it for. We know the purpose of it, and that's all that matters. Okay.
Absolutely.
And that's all I want us to understand is nothing. Even if we see somebody doing something vigorous or malicious, let's not even get upset about it. It is what it is.
Nah, we on some, like I said, we ain't worried about it, cause
Yep.
look, we over here to build, to grow, and to
Yep.
educate. We no longer have nothing to do with any of that extra. We
Oh,
we doing some things different around here, and like all of this is just the beginning of a
yes,
wonderful journey we're about
yes,
to embark on. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Haters never go away, and we ain't got time. Our focus is where our focus is,
That's right. That's
and
right.
this was a positive, wonderful
It was.
live. Positive, wonderful, just full of education and information that a lot of people, including myself, didn't know. Like, this is a blessed live, and we're blessed to have this wonderful lady come share her story, and I hope God blesses you in a magnificent way for doing that for us, for doing that for me, and whoever will hear this live later. This live meant something, y'all. This
Yes,
live here, while we spent so much time with seeing everybody tear each other, didn't see this the kind of live that can save a life.
yes. And that's what the young lady got in my that was up here. She said that too. I told her she sent the message and said, I hope I'm able to help or save someone. Yep. That's what she just said.
Yes, and
Yeah.
shout out to her,
Yeah.
Ashton,
Yeah.
aka Ashley. Thank you so much for pulling up and sharing your story, beautiful lady. And I'm so glad that you made it through and that you're here. God bless you
Yes.
on your
Yes.
journey.
Yeah.
God bless you on your journey. Thank you for sharing your story, and continue to share your story, because I guarantee you, we think that we're not making a difference. We think you don't know who is listening, who contemplating any anything. I'm telling y'all, you have to. This is what it means to not waste our time on negative and things we can't change, but we can make a difference on things that we can change, and that's making people aware.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And,
Yep.
and that's everything to me. That's everything to me. So
Yep.
I'm just grateful, and can't nothing take this moment that has been shared here with this beautiful chat. I love y'all so much in the
That
chat,
chat
man.
was rocking the day. Y'all was rocking. Y'all was doing y'all thing.
Woo-wee!
Y'all
Shout
was,
out to,
yes. So I
I'm
appreciate
telling
it.
you.
Yep.
Shout out to the chat, man. The questions have been amazing. The banter was amazing. I have been reading and watching and laughing on mute. So some of the times I have to mute myself so I don't take away from the story, because y'all was down there cutting up in a beautiful way. It was just,
Yes.
we making jokes and like, shit, I can't do it. Like, I'm over here cringing. We going through the motions with love together, having a
Yes.
great time. And I couldn't have asked for this life to go any better. I'm so thankful to this chat and the beautiful colors I see going down the line over here, the beautiful hearts, the prayers, the queen crowns, and all of that is so beautiful. And I thank y'all for the hearts and the love. And shall we continue to educate one another as
Yes.
kings and
Absolutely.
queens?
Absolutely. Yes.
This is how you save lives, to
Yes.
educate. See,
Yes.
and take this here too with you. God bless those that have been educated through institutions, but do know this: if you were to define education, it is to give or receive knowledge, plain and simple, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
And here we are being educated and educating each other. So don't ever forget that, or consider yourself uneducated because you might didn't graduate college or go do this or do that. Education also comes with life experiences and just obtaining information and processing it. So shout out to that. You guys have been a freaking wonderful audience. And I'm gonna let me and Felicia gonna drop down together. I ain't gonna tell her to get down in the chat just at all. I'm gonna have her stay up here while I blow y'all ears off with none other than our normal break room family song. You can still cash out either one of us or bless this little beautiful soul on my panel.
Thank you,
Cash
God.
out
They
dollar
already
sign.
blessed me, Tim, just by being here, by being by opening up to questions, by being curious, by being responsive, by wanting to know. That right there within itself is rewarding, Tim. You know what I
I
mean? Like,
know. But
yes.
still, spite of what she up here talking about, if at any moment during during this replay or anywhere
Oh,
else,
girl.
if you are moved by this story as I am, and you would like to bless dollar sign Felicia Barnes 49, please feel free to. You already know my handle is Big Stacks 1983. But just like this beautiful lady said, having y'all here has been priceless. Thank you so much, Miss Felicia, chat, mods, break room family members, all of that. And without further ado, as we close this awesome interview, thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me and Fee. And the card attached would say, thank y'all for being a friend. Shout out! I am your gracious host, Tiff the Gift, with my lovely co-host for the evening, Felicia Barnes. You are in the break room 411. And until we meet again,
Bye,
that's
you
our
guys.
time, y'all. Remember, keep God in the midst.
Thank
Shout
you.
out!
Bye, you
And
guys.
we out. Thank you, Fee.